Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Today's topic is we talk about Ayisha. She said 50 bands a month. Get with it. Get to it. They care less about your character, right? They are putting a price on their coochie or their presence for that most part. Why? Why is it so hard and tough to handle this truth, right? That women are being very transparent about what they expect, how much they want men to pay, right? And a lot of men are up in arms because they just can't understand it. They think, oh, women, they supposed to be looking for character and morals and personality. And once again, this is a delusional mindset of men towards women, right? They think when a woman looks at you and talk to you and do all those things with you, that she really cares about you, that she really deeply respects you as a good person, when that is not what they're built to do, right? They're built to be with a guy who's either going to do for them and do it the way they want to be done, or they're just going to be alone. I don't know where it was lost in translation on the nature of a woman, right? They think that these women are supposed to be upstanding, proud citizens, and money is not even supposed to be on their mind. This is the way men think, that women, good women, don't think about money. When damn women, they think about money, right? And they think about a lot, even more today. And women have always thought about money. Always. And I don't get where, like I said, the men got lost in this, I would say, ideology of women, right? That they think that these women don't expect things that make themselves happy. I don't get it, right? But we're in 2026 and the women are being more transparent and forward about everything they expect and want from any man that they deal with. Now, the argument is, well, she charged you, but why she give it to some other guy for free? That's just some theory, right? That's just some theory. Because a lot of guys, when they were in high school and college, might have got some free vagina. But those days are coming to an end, right? And they're still living in the past, not the future. They're living in the past and not the present.
I went from videos, magazines, as people call it now, influencer, bartender. I've done it all, which is so crazy. And I'm still in that world, luckily.
So let's get to it. Let's not even wait. The name of the show is Black.
And she said she's still in the world, luckily. I mean, she's happy to be there. She doesn't want to be in a long-term commitment, in a marriage. None of that shit. She likes going to the bars or a strip club. She works as a stripper. So she likes going, showing her body off and selling it. That's what she wants to do because she feels that's her value. She doesn't want to fake it. She doesn't want to do things long term. She doesn't want to be committed to one man long term. Now, could she fall for a man in this journey? Maybe. When she turns like 50, maybe, I don't know. Right now, she's living her best life. She's Because what man is she going to be with? See, men in today's era, in a woman's mind, the men hold them back. Because if she gets with a man, he's going to want to stop her hustle, right? He doesn't want to hustle like that, right? Don't work in no strip club. Don't work in no bar. I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to do this because you're my wife or you're my girl. Women feel like that's holding them back. This is why they're turning down relationships. Now, even if he's rich and got all the money, right? A woman still is going to feel like that guy's holding her back because although she may get with a rich man, right? There's going to be stipulations and boundaries, and all kind of things that are going to stunt her productivity. And a lot of women are lazy. They don't want to go to school for 5, 6 years, 10 years. They don't want to work, at a doctor's office or a law office. They like the attention they're getting. They like the scheduling. They love it makes them feel freer. And they're ultimately making more money than a regular working class woman. But a lot of women they feel like they need to grow. Men hold them back because women, they want to be 304s. They want to sell themselves to the highest bidder. And this is what they feel.
God, let's not even waste any time. The star tender era was a crazy era. What's the craziest thing? Because I've heard stories of guys that have purchased watches for bartenders, have come with $20,000 in cash to the bar. Like, what's the craziest thing that somebody has done to try to get your attention?
Honestly, we don't even consider it crazy because it became like a normal thing.
Oh, okay. Tell us. Tell us about these simps. Go ahead.
It just became normal. Like, we expect you to come with 20, 30 grand and blowing on us.
And once again, right, what men do is they name call these guys. Oh, well, tell us about these simps. Because they think that you're a weak man or you're not a stand-up man if you spend your money on a woman, right? But the hypocritical part of it is both of these two men are looking for a woman they can take care of. And part of taking care of a woman, idiots, is you're going to spend money. You're going to spend money on her. You're going to pay her bill. Both of these two dudes, they're not looking for a woman to take care of them. Let's get this right? Let's get to the bottom of this. Men, you dudes is not looking for a woman to take care of you. 98 to 99% of men are not out here saying, you know what, I need to get a woman to pay my bills. I need a woman that is going to put me up. No, 99% of men are looking for a woman to take care of, which means part of taking care of is spending money on this woman. There's just no way that you're going to find the woman of your dreams and you're going to have, and the whole dating experience is going to be free. It's just no way. You're going to pay for the dates. You're going to pay for the things so that the time, right? Because men approach women, say, hey, where you want to take me? And you better not say Denny's. You better not say IHOP, right? She's not fucking with you.
Us.
Oh, wait. You expect somebody to come with $30,000.
If you see that's what's happening at my bar every time I work, I'm expecting you to come through with the same type of energy.
Attention. Yep.
So I mean, at first it was like, oh my God, it's amazing. This is crazy. We're making this type of money. Nobody else in the world is making that type of money as far as like nightclubs, you know. And it was just such an amazing time. It's still happening, actually. But you wouldn't understand it unless you actually work it, how easy it is and how often it actually happens. It's not like one time a year. It's very often that $30, $40, $60,000 is being spent at particular one bar.
Now she's talking about a strip club. She's not talking about no bar, right? And she's capping a little bit. She's capping. Ain't nobody spending on a regular 30, 60,000. No one person, or even a group of people. This might happen once every 2 years. It doesn't happen a lot. Most of the time, she's going to work at that strip club. She's going to get a good 1,000, 1,500, maybe 2 bands. But ain't nobody coming in every time, twice a month, spend on 30, 60,000. It's not happening. It's not happening. And no strip club in the world, because most rich men don't really go to strip clubs that much. The guys who go in there, they go randomly. They're very once in a while go. They don't really need to go. They got girls coming to their yachts and to their boats. So rich men don't really dip in strip clubs like that, number one. Because once again, they can get diddy dudes like that. They got women coming to their little after parties. So they're not going to a strip club. 2, most dudes who go to strip club are middle class or less, right? They're are poor. So ain't nobody dropping no 30,000, 20,000. She's capping in the sense that that's happening very often. Right? I think that may happen 30,000, that might happen once in her lifetime. But that's the hook though, right? That's how they get addicted. Right? It's like an addiction, right? It's like they're chasing. So that's why they continue to strip, right? In the strip club, because they're chasing that one big hit again, right? They're thinking that a lot of women, when that money comes, whether it's 5 bands or whatever the amount, that's a large amount, they think, oh yeah, men are going to really give that to them. No, men, they know women get no 20, 30,000 in no club every night. It's impossible.
And
can you walk us through how this works? Because I think a lot of people, this is a New York thing, really, because a lot of people are familiar with strip club culture where people spend a lot of money in the strip clubs, but a lot of people can't understand why a person would come to a club and go to a bar, because you're not going to drink $30,000 worth of liquor and literally just give a bartender $30,000. Well, walk us through that process.
I think that they come through. They not only showing up for the bartender ourselves, but I think they do it mainly for the people on the outside that's looking in and watching them. A lot of them want to keep up an image of they have that type of money, and they actually don't. Sadly,
is it insecurity?
They really don't have that type of money, huh?
Is it insecurity?
I wouldn't say insecurity, but I feel like they feel like they need to spend a certain amount of money to kind of show everybody else that they're the top dog, kind of.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it.
So what happens is when men do come to the strip club and throw a lot of money, it's for status. You know, it's status. Right? It's not insecurity. It's status. Most dudes who do that are like probably new money. They come into some new money. Maybe scammers, right? But typically, once in a while, you might have a guy come in, throw 500, 600 on your stage. That's rare, though. It's very rare. So I just think, once again, these women, they chase the tail, right? They think they get that one big hit, and they become their expectations, and they just keep chasing. But they pretty much never achieve that again. I don't think she makes no 30,000 a month, 2 months, not even. Maybe she could make somewhere between, so she probably rakes in, let's say she works, because you can't strip, they can't work every day because their body got to take time off. So she probably works 3 times a week, 4 times a week at the strip club, and she rakes in probably 1,500, you know, and so she make around 5,000-6,000, about 7,000 a month. That's probably what she rakes in. But once again, these strippers are delusional. They know ain't nobody coming. So for her to ask for a $30,000 to $50,000 allowance is delusional. But this is the reality that women are living in a delusion. So love don't live here anymore. They have replaced men with money.
You don't really even have to be the girl necessarily. Sometimes it is. But you can tell when it's about the girl and when it's, I need to, keep up an image for everybody else, depending on how they throw the money. If the guy's throwing the money all over the club, everywhere, and he's making a big scene, then automatically we know that it's an image thing that they're trying to keep up, or they're trying to show off in front of everybody else that's around. Now, if he's throwing the money directly at the girl and it's not such a big ass chaos, then we know that it's for us. So,
for the girls who trying to catch a simp in 2026, right, to get them to blow a bag on them, if you see 10 guys walking the bar, how do you know the one who you can get the most money out of the easiest? Ladies, take notes.
Okay, so when it's a crew of guys and they just show up to your bar, you can actually tell. There's always two scenarios, right? The quietest, most humblest, and least speaking one, that's literally in between the loudest one, is usually the one with the more money. Mm-hmm. And then when it's time to order and get things done, like who's going to ask for the bottle and stuff, sometimes you can tell that the loud guy is asking the one to the left, like, hey, what do you want? Or what do you think? Yeah. And he's calmly telling him like, okay, yes. So you can kind of tell. And then you get that one that comes through and he's just making sure everybody knows that he's the one with the money. I mean, those be usually the brokest ones anyways. They just have money for the night. Yeah, but usually it's the calm ones, the ones that aren't doing too much, that usually are the one with.
And these women are predatorizing these men, right? They chasing the money, right? Women, they are very strategical. She just broke down how the quiet guy, he usually has the money. This guy who's loud, he typically doesn't have that much. So these women be strategically, they're predators, right? They're money predators. They're preying on men's money. Ain't no love in this fucking game. Ain't no love in this game, dog. It's all about the Benjamins. And whatever else they can get. This is why the is where it's at. Because it's not like we set, right? Boom, she accepts the ring. We don't have got she needs. And men say, okay, boom. They look like even because they I can beat her and the all her life better. And this can change more and more and more. The moment you stop getting to where she thinks she should be, then she'll start looking elsewhere.
The money. So.
And is that Is that something, not just you, but anybody, do girls notice that and then they would go after that guy?
I feel like the older girls do. We kind of notice that it's not always the one with the big chains and, you know, the loud personality.
Yeah.
You have to have a maturity level to understand, like, all right, that's not the one, it's this one. Or for the younger girls, as long as they got some chains and a nice watch and they, you know, they're being a little loud, automatically they'll be like, okay, this is the one.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the girl, actually.
What's the most you ever seen somebody make in a bar in 1 month?
In a month?
Yeah.
I mean, a month is a lot because, you know, it's a lot to keep up with. I can only really speak for myself, but I've seen girls make 100 grand, 80, 70 in a month.
Once again, she's capping a little bit. She's putting a little extra on it. Ain't no stripper making 100 bands in a month. Ain't no stripper making that. Not in a month, no. Maybe in a year. And she has to be exceptional. Because it's up and down industry. You have your slow nights, you have your busy nights. Right? You have your up, you have your downs. Some nights she only might walk out that motherfucker making a couple dollars. Sometimes she might not make nothing, because the thing about dealing in the sex working industry, customers have different preferences. And it's the thing about men, we're not a monolith. So not every man or a lot of men, or even one man, might not even want her. They might want an ugly BBL. They might want something from another different type of woman. And those guys will be want that woman. So men, not every night in the sex industry, every man wants the same woman, right? Some women who aren't as attractive, who don't have as much body, it might be her night. And she might walk out there making no money.
There's a lot of girls that still make at least, you know, the least 20 grand a month.
Yeah, 20, 30.
And they only work twice a week.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing too. Bartenders don't work every day. We are only allowed to work, maybe we're lucky, three days at the week in the same club.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
and that's because there's a lot of girls that want to work. So they got the overwhelming position. So they got to make sure everybody get a piece of the pie.
Certain bars, you're not allowed to work anywhere else but there. So you're stuck. So they don't only give you 2 nights. You're only stuck with 2 nights at the week. So technically, you're only working, let's say, like 6 days at the month.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have other bars that they don't care where you work at. Just make sure you're here on your night. And those type of girls, we can work wherever we want. So if we want, we can work at 6 different clubs and every night work throughout the month. But if they have you restricted to where you can only work at your club, at your house club, then you're kind of, have to settle for that. And you lose a lot of money, honestly.
So when Bernice Burgos, she went viral a few years ago when she was saying that, I think at like a peak, I forget exactly how much.
No woman is making no $20,000 a night at no club. No way. No way. There ain't none of these girls doing that. The top girl, probably your top money makers, if they're working 5, 6 nights a week, they can make $20,000 a month. They could be done like that. You got to work like down near 7 days a week though. It's still hard to do. It's very difficult to do. The body doesn't, the body breaks down. But can these women exaggerate how much they make? Yes. Because I know that all these women aren't making that big dollar. Like, they're not. But once again, women, they love selling their bodies. Ain't no love in this game. There's no love in this game. It's all about the Benjamins. It's all about them. Self-love. And they love selling themselves. They love, and then man that want to get with them, want $50,000, she wants a $50,000 allowance. Now, what woman, you got to marry a rich guy for that. but not enough of them to go around. There's not enough rich men to go around. And then the rich guy who they do run into, you got to compete, right? A lot of these women want to be monogamous. They want you to be loyal to them. And if you find a rich nigga, he's not going to be getting rid of all his bad bitches for you. The fuck? You know, unless the only way that can happen, you've been knowing this guy for maybe 3, 4, 5 years, and y'all been friends, but just you working at the strip club and you just going to get your rich man? No, because he has options.
It was, but it was a crazy number. It was like $50,000 a night.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Well, the way it was worded kind of was a little wrong, but has she made $50,000 a day? Yes. Every day? No.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, every day is not a good day. You're not going to go to work and make $20,000, 30, 70, 60 every day. Mm-hmm. Can you make it? Absolutely. Does it happen? Yes.
Yeah, because you're going to have your slow days. You're going to have niggas that ain't spending no money with you. They know, and the 30K is, I think that's a little too much. I don't think no woman in the strip club industry is making 30K in a day, even in a month. It just number one is most rich men, once again, they don't go to strip clubs. They got their own women that they're flying in, and they got their own little party. They got women coming to them. So they're not going to go to a strip club. Once in a blue moon, they might go. They're not, maybe once a year, once every 2 years, they might go just to show off. But they're not going like that. So most people in the club are poor. They on a budget. You know what I'm saying? So 30K in one night, I don't believe her. Maybe she's done it once in her career. I can see that. So she's probably been doing this for 8 years, 10 years, and maybe one time she made that, but you can't do it not every month. No. It's just because it's too up and down. And not every guy likes the same woman.
On a slow night, yes. It could be a slow night. Everybody could be making $2 and you have a $60,000 night.
So let me ask you this as a follow-up question, Ian, just real quick. So you've been in this situation for a while, right? And you've seen like the glory days of the pandemic. When you in the good times and you making $100,000 a month, and then a lot of times you might not even have too many expenses because somebody else might have, you got a guy that's paying for things as well. What are you doing with the money? Because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money coming in.
Okay, what I'm doing with the money and what most girls do with the money is two different things.
Okay, what are most girls doing with the money?
Most girls are going shopping. Let's say Sunday night, they made $15,000. Monday, Tuesday, they're out shopping.
Yeah.
They're out spending money doing something they're not supposed to be doing, right? And the reason is, it's kind of like the stripper mentality. If I made this money today, I'm going to make it again tomorrow. So they automatically just spend it. And technically, when it's 15, you got to split it in two. That's another thing, too, that people don't really know. You're not taking that $15,000 home 100% because now you got to split.
Well, welcome to the show. We have here the dynamic, sophisticated Jizzle. What's up, OG Dirty?
What's good, Ruthless?
Man, I'm just breaking the man. Hey, I'm seeing that my content is good content, but it's tough for people to accept this truth, and largely men and women. But you know what's crazy part? Most of my followers or my subscribers are women. That's the crazy part about it. I was going through my subscriber count. Yeah, I got a lot of like 90,
were they shadow listening?
Yeah, but 96% of my subscribers are women. That shocked me.
I wouldn't be surprised though, man. I think a lot of them starting to catch the drift. Cause that's what I always told you, man. I was like, we might have some differences, but I was like, man, Ruthless got a good point. Your angle. The women are coming out and saying it pretty much. Cause you've been kind of saying this for a minute.
Dirty?
What's good, OG Duder?
What's good with your sophisticated Ruthless? The truth in this thing, man. What's cracking with y'all?
Yeah,
what got going?
Man, I just had to do this live, man. Love don't live there anymore, niggas. It don't. And those who got it, don't let it go.
Nah, that's fair.
Because if you ever try to get back out in the date market, this chick Ayisha Diaz, these are the women who are dominating the market right now. If you got your woman early 2000, 2005, count it a blessing. Because these women they're not even, you don't even like them no more like that, right? You get turned off by them because it's like, it's kind of boring.
Ruthless. Let me ask y'all a question, man. Do y'all think she could actually get like 45,000 to 50,000 a year?
How much?
What'd she say? She want 50,000 a month?
Yeah, 50,000
Yeah,
for allowance.
Do you think she could get that?
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can.
No.
I think she can.
No.
Oh,
She can't get it.
I think she can.
She can't get it. If she haven't got it already, she can't go get it.
Yeah,
See, let me show y'all how it goes, right? See, she's a stripper, number one, right?
I thought she was like a bartender. I didn't know she was a stripper or something.
Yeah, she's a stripper. She just came back.
I heard she was. Yeah, I heard she just said she was a stripper.
Oh, okay.
She's a stripper.
I thought the same thing. I thought she was serving drink.
That's a little different, but first of all, bartenders ain't making no 40, 60K. That's number one. Strippers ain't even making that, right? Nobody's making that a month. Nobody's making that a month. I'll say the top stripper, let's say she makes, if she works 7 days a week and has the gift of gab, the customer attraction, she can make 30K a month because she get like 1,000 a night. I mean, up and down, minimum 500 a night, maybe. And this is one of 100,000 though, right? But you got to remember, you got 80 strippers on the floor with her. So she's competing with those other 30, 40 strippers for that dollar, right? So a lot of them ain't going to hit that $1,000. So I say the average stripper probably, I'm talking about a great stripper. I mean, she's extremely lucky. 10K a month, 10, 12K a month. And
I've seen more.
Pretty. Nah, not if, because you got to understand the strip club is up and down.
Oh, I know, sir. You got to understand, bro. I'm married now, but see, when I was doing my thing out here, brother, you got to remember, I was before I went legal and everything, bro. I was facing everything. You know what I'm talking about? I was dibbling, dabbling, and you know what I'm saying. My world was way different. This was my type of, you know what I'm saying, work. You know what I'm saying? So I know, bro. And what most people don't get is Ruthless is right with the 30 and 40. Well, the 20 and 30, he right on that. That's just an average, right? And but when you have certain people, bro, who have they nights, you know what I'm saying? They promotion, they merch, and all this. I mean, bro, we had in Dallas is different. I don't know about everywhere else in the world, bro, but in Texas, you know, we got our own continent, so we do things a little different. So these people down there, these chicks down there, bro, they was literally making hand over foot on the bag. And I'm talking about, and I seen it. Like I'm seeing a month, I'm seeing 60, 50, like looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm seeing her count this out. You know what I'm saying? I'm there with her, like, you know what I'm saying? What you need, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I just need 2 of them things, but don't worry about it. I got you. I'll be right back. You know, type shit. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker blow big. She party big. She had everything, but she was hustling. Like she ran game on niggas. But at the same time, when it came to her stripper, like, bro, her nights that she used to make, bro, them automatically, bro, was between $5,000 and $10,000. That's just on a Friday, fam. Just on a Friday. So I seen it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that I don't know her. Now, if she's saying that she was out there doing, when she promoting other chicks, she bringing other chicks from different places. This is her event. She getting money from the dough plus the stripper money and all this stuff. I can see it. But if she just saying, like Rufus is saying, bartending, just stripping out there, I don't think you probably close to it, but you ain't at the 50. But I have seen them get over that 50. I'm just saying.
So here's this, right? I'm gonna tell you who's making that kind of money. I'm gonna tell you the women who are making that kind of money, but they're not strippers, right? What's her name? Celine.
Oh, you talking about old pal?
Yeah. Ruby Rose. Yeah. Now these women, if they told me I make $100K a month, $50,000 a month, I'll believe them because their customers are only the rich of the rich, right? These guys are coming in and just because that's what these guys just throw money away, right? But now when you get the strip club, rich men don't go to strip club. They just don't. Right now, I do agree with you, OG Dirty. There are certain nights, like maybe a Friday or Thursday, whatever night, you might have some D-boys come in or some scammers, whatever, right? They might come in and throw a bunch of money, right? But this, once again, this is not normal. That's not half of the time, right? Because, let me be honest with you. Poor men run a strip club. Let's keep it real, right? They come in with budgets. They come every motherfucking week, every day, at a certain time. Most of them got wives or families, and they come in there for a little extra, a little extra loving. Most of the rich guys, they don't go to strip club because they got their own women they're flying out. They got women, they don't have to go down there, right? They got women like Celine, Ruby Rose, like Offset. You'll never see Offset in the strip club, maybe once, maybe a year, right? So this guy who's able to throw this kind of money on a regular basis, I'm saying on a regular, because the doughboys and the scammers, they can't throw that on a regular. They throw that once in a while, right? Because their money is like the stock market, right? Up and down, up and down. So they could come in and hit, boom, and then miss the next time. So I'm not saying that to OG point, there is some nights that it can get like that, but it's not very often. That's probably once or twice, maybe a year. Now, 5,000. Now, if a woman works every day and she's really lucky, she got a really good clientele, she can get 10 to 15K a month tops. And this is, because you got to remember, she's competing with 40 other strippers on that floor, 60 other. I know one club had 80 strippers in there. 80 strippers in there. So she's competing. So the money's spread out, right? So 1,000 to 3,000, your top strippers, and the little bottom strippers, they're making like little 700-800, and everybody goes home happy. So I would say that her, because she is a bad bitch, I'll give her that. But this is the crazy part. The bad bitches don't make all the money. You got chicks that are not that good looking they get to it, man.
Well, I do agree with OG though, man, because I think back in the day, man, I know in New York we had Scores, and they had like celebrity clientele. So I think like those spots, they was making a lot of money and stuff before, that you remember that J-Lo movie where they was robbing everybody?
Yeah.
And then everybody got ousted on that. I think that's what caused like a lot of rich guys, like you're talking about, ruthless, not to go to strip clubs anymore. So now they struggling, but back in the day, there was a few of them that was making that money.
Yeah, but now since the pandemic, right? A lot of people lost a lot of money. So a lot of these places like strip clubs, they're up and down. They're still making money, but it's more up and down. It's more. Let's look at the video. Let's hear what she got to say. Let's see a little more, and then we're gonna go into it.
Stuck with 2 nights out the week. So technically you're only working, let's say like 6 days out the month. Mm-hmm. Then we have other bars that they don't care where you work at. Just make sure you're here on your night. And those type of girls, we can work wherever we want. So if we want, we can work at 6 different clubs and every night work throughout the month. But if they have you restricted to where you can only work at your club, at your house club, then you're kind of, have to settle for that. And you lose a lot of money, honestly.
So when Bernice Burgos, she went viral a few years ago when she was saying that, I think at like a peak, I forget exactly how much it was, but it was a crazy number. It was like $50,000 a night.
Yeah.
Is that true?
The way it was worded kind of was a little wrong, but has she made $50,000 a day? Yes. Every day? No.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, every day is not a good day. You're not going to go to work and make $20,000, 30, 70, 60 every day. Mm-hmm. Can you make it? Absolutely. Does it happen? Yes. On a slow night, yes. It could be a slow night. Everybody could be making $2 and you have a $60,000 night.
So let me ask you this as a follow-up question, Ian, just real quick. So you've been in this situation for a while, right? And you've seen like the glory days of the pandemic. When you in the good times and you making $100,000 a month, and then a lot of times you might not even have too many expenses because somebody else might have, you got a guy that's paying for things as well. What are you doing with the money? Because that's a lot of money.
So once again, right? She said there's good nights, there's bad nights. She's gonna cap a little bit because she's asking for a lot of money. She wants a $50,000 allowance. Hey, no, if you're not Celine, if you're not Ruby Rose, right? And these are because if you notice about the rappers, because they don't want to spend this kind of money, right? These rappers, these guys, they share the same women. All of them, they're just Cardi B, they just flip them like pancakes, right? They're not bringing in a whole bunch of new women. And no, they pretty much having sex and paying the same type of women. Celine's, she said she slept with over 60 celebrities. Damn, that's a lot.
Much really not.
What y'all think?
You got to really think about how many celebrities it is, bro. She ain't even touched the gambit. She got enough. Now I could say it's a big number, but it ain't nothing extraordinary. It ain't nothing extraordinary. 60 ain't a lot.
Celebrities? That's a lot for celebrities.
Nah. What you mean by, or were they all A-class celebrities? Or was they just celebrities? Celebrity is celebrity.
I think she said Young Thug. So she messed with a lot of rappers, right? She's the type of girl that's dealing with the Pookies, the Ray Rays, right? The new rappers, the old rappers, maybe a couple, maybe sprinkle a few, football players, basketball players, you know what I'm saying? That's probably her market.
Yeah, she done dropped. At first, she was messing with some known people, but now she messing with like B-listers, D-listers, and shit.
That's what I'm saying. I know it's more than 60. Think about this. What about our girl, Clarine Stephens? I think it was Superhead. Nigga, shit, our number's over 200 or something. And they were mostly basketball players. Nigga, I mean, I don't even know. Did she go to football players, or was she just sucking up everybody in the NBA?
Shoot, she had the NBA, a couple of, because I think she was with Bill Maher.
Yeah, she was with some high class celebrities. Shaq, and all them niggas like that. Like that's big time. But I'm with sophisticated though. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, some not Tubi, but you know what I mean, straight to DVD. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's how she got that 60. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, she did some B-listers in that thing. You know what I'm saying?
This is the delusion of these strippers, right? She get on here lying, talking about she making 60 a night. No, ain't no, not even a month. Once in a month, in a year, in her whole lifetime, she might see that. Once again, the only women that's making that kind of money is Ruby Rose. She's connected, right? You gotta have connections. You're not working a strip club because number one is, once again, most poor people go to strip club. It's the majority. Average to poor people go there. That's how the strip clubs stay open. Rich people don't really go that much. They go like I said, maybe once, maybe twice a year, and throw a whole bunch of money. So if she's getting 60K one time, it's probably she probably did some personal shit. Nigga flew her out and put her, you know what I mean, some shit like that. And this nigga was a super baller. And he just did. I can see that, and that'll never happen again for her because she's not. But what she's doing, y'all see that because she's new. This is the first time I've heard of her, right? So what she's doing is she's trying to get connected with the A-list celebrities, right? What you was talking about, OG Dirty. She's trying to put herself so she can get to that level where she can make 60K a month.
I can see that. I'm looking up something real quick. I'm trying to see how much what's the average amount, because I'm thinking of high class strip clubs and what everybody talk about. So they say in Atlanta, Magic City is supposed to be one of the top strip clubs. I'm trying to see what they make per night. Like, what is the average on what they making per night? So I can add it up.
It's really going to be kind of hard to quantify that because they work off tips, right?
Yeah.
So you don't really know like how much the guy tipping them. So I can give you as a, looking from a standpoint that we'll say the average customer that walks into a strip club is between a 35 to 50K earner. We can all agree with that, right?
I mean, it just depends on location, man. That's
no,
because she on one of them high end joints, man. It's a little different.
There is no such thing as high end strip clubs.
Nah, they got some ones that's higher clientele, man.
Yeah, they do. We got them in Dallas, sir.
There's no such thing as high end strip clubs.
Yeah, it is.
Nah, because like Miami, Dallas, I say Vegas, and New York.
There's no
They got high scale ones.
And don't forget the most troubling place in America, nigga, Las Vegas. They got them there, brother. I seen them, bro. It looked like a men's gather. What you call it? A men's lounge, bro. That's different. That's not like a strip. You get the same activities as a strip club, but bro, it's different. It's a whole different type of vibe, right? But they do the same. They still give them money. It's just the money is different. They not looking for all the aesthetics. They get paid basically on commission, and their commission is thick. It's more than what the owner is getting for the business. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a heavy split, like a 70, like what YouTube do, a 70-30 type shit. Whatever them niggas pay them women, they take 30%, get them niggas 70. That's at the gentleman's club. Them the ones that I know of.
So let me help you. Once again, let me help you out, sir. Let me guide you, because you've been married for a minute. Sophisticated jerk. He's been married forever, right?
Nigga, ruthlessly shooting shot, bro.
But Rufus, you gotta think about hold it real quick. You remember the Cam Newton clip that came out? I think it was about a few months ago, and he was talking about the amount of money he used to throw in the strip club. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You got those certain spots where like the NBA, the NFL, and the rappers will go in. They'll throw that money. It's not every day though.
Right. But once again, let me help you guys out. There's no such thing as a high-end strip club. There's no such thing. All strip clubs are the same. Now, so most guys, if it's in a vicinity, they go to the closest one that's available, right? Now, Atlanta is known for probably the most celebrities that go, because it's just well known. A lot of people travel to Atlanta. It's a high traveling spot. But there's no such thing as a high-end strip club, because the women, how the women look are what the guys go for, right? They're not going for the actual club. They're going to, now, since you mentioned Cam Newton wasn't going for the girls. He was just going to show off status, right? He just wanted to just go and shame a nigga. Nigga throw 5K. This nigga want to throw 15K, right? Just because, right? Because I'm nigga, you ain't on my level, right? There are some guys, but this happened like what? Once a year, maybe once every 3 years, but that's not often. The majority,
I think it's more often than what you think it is, Rufus. My fault. I think it's.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, it's okay. Let me be clear. The average strip club, right, is open 7 days a week, and they have 2 shifts from 11 to 2 in the morning, some at 4 in the morning, etc. Right. The majority of people customers that are in them strip clubs are average earners. Majority, like 98% of niggas that's going in there are below average to average earners, right? That's just the numbers. That's straight across the board. Now I'm guessing y'all could dispute me, but rich people with a lot of money, like high status, don't go to strip club often, because once again, they could get their women flown in. They got women. They could throw a party, a Diddy party, or these women just flock. Women flock them, right? Women be at the airport waiting for them. Women be at the after parties. Women, they seek these men out, so they don't have to go to strip clubs, right? So that's why they don't go that much, because all the prostitutes come to them, right? So let's knock them out, right? That's the 15%, 20%. Knock them out, right? So who you got? So how are strip clubs making money? Niggas who are 40 to 60K, right? Anywhere between there. That's who's dominant. That's how the strip clubs are staying open. That's how they staying open. Now, to OG's point, you got some hood niggas, let's say Houston, Dallas, they might show up, and they might be scammers or D-boys or some sort of organization, and they might come in there and throw, 10,000, 20,000, right? Yeah. But that's, once again, that is not every night. That's like probably twice or 3 times a year? Because they don't, their money's fast money, up and down, up and down, up and down. It's not like, and then a lot of them go to jail. A lot of dudes ain't longevity. A lot of dudes end up in jail or dead because they're living a criminal lifestyle, right? They're getting RICO'd to death, right? They're getting they drill rapping, whatever, they shooting each other. So them guys, them guys definitely ain't coming every week because a lot of them ain't going to make it to the next week. So the strippers are literally living off the niggas, the average to under average men, because they don't go to jail, they don't have problems. They come in there, they spend their little $300 to $500, and they go home. That's where the strip clubs stay open at.
To me, that's you right on that, bro. That $3 to $500, bro. That's a quick lick. That's 5 minutes, 10 minutes of their time, no less than that. That money adds up, bro, especially when you're doing, you know what I'm saying, a certain amount of hours in the strip club. But I do want to say, appreciate this sophisticated nerd for dropping in the back. She definitely can make that 50.
Yeah.
After seeing that, I say, yeah, she definitely can make that 50. So she can run game. Look, think about this, Rufus. If you look at that picture in the back, bro, if you look at that Instagram in the back, that sophisticated drop, I'm telling you.
Pull up the IG, Ruthless.
Right now, Rufus, I'm telling you, it's some dudes out here, bro, that's gonna Chris Brown. I give her 200,000. Chris Brown went to Magic City and dropped 200K, nigga. That's just on one night, so she can make bro. And then Jermaine Dupri said that he came in there and him and Bow Wow had a 2 Chainz and said, but everybody that you think about in Atlanta, bro, from Killer Mike all the way down, bro, to DC Young Fly, all the way to what's that nigga name? Savage 21 Savage, all these dudes, bro. They all had a story about going to this one place. But I'm just saying, just looking at her, Rufus, you look at that in the back and you tell me that you don't think she can make 50. I mean, running game on niggas. That's a lot of extra meat she got on that, boy. You hear me? She gonna get that easily. It's a dude out here that crash out and buy her Bentley right now.
Let me say that. Let me say this, right? Sophisticated, you're not wrong. I'm not saying that she can't get that from time to time. But what I am saying is, to your point, and you just helped make my argument, that dudes like 21 Savage, right? He's in a relationship with Lotto now. That nigga pressing the wall right now. That nigga ain't finna go to Nan strip club. Lotto will kill that nigga. So most these guys don't go to strip club that much because they have a lot of women coming to them. They'll do it every now and then just for fun, just like, nigga, let's go throw some money. Fuck that. Cool. But these rappers typically don't have to go to strip club. They can throw a concert, throw a show, right? And they got 150 to 300 women, maybe more than that, waiting to go to the after party and get naked and get to it. They done got thrown. See what I'm saying? So this is why it's not normal or often that it's happening, because most celebrities, and particularly rappers who are strip club famous, they have women. They just do it. They just do it because, like, man, I'm bored. I got all this money. Let's go to the strip club, nigga. Let's throw some money on these. And they're not even they're not even doing it for the girls. They're just doing it because they just fucking feel like doing it. So it doesn't happen very often. This may happen maybe once in 5 years, maybe once in 2 or 3 years, maybe. That's it. Then they're not going back. Let me go put this up for my boy Sophisticated got me. He told me he got this, this chick, this crazy chick, overvaluing herself, because I think Diaz is overvaluing herself, right? She's not getting those $60K a month. That's no way.
Nah, I don't think she's gonna get what she's asking for. She ain't gonna get that bread. But her best bet, she could get like a NBA player to get her pregnant. That's where she needs to be aiming at.
That's a fact.
But if she get, that's luck. It takes a lot of luck to do that, right? Because you got to remember, Sophisticated. You know how many bad bitches are just as bad or badder than her competing? You got to remember, she's competing. We see it, but then you got chicks that look better than her. She's kind of old. She's what, 27, 26? You got 18.
You can't tell from them bitches.
Yeah, she got to compete with these young.
If a lie sophisticated, you cannot tell from the pictures, nigga.
Yeah, the picture, she official. But what was the one that who was the NBA player that got Brittany Renner pregnant?
Oh Lord.
Oh, you talking about the guy for Dallas?
Yeah, I can't think of his name. Ruthless. It was just
His,
this.
And then even what's homie's name? Anthony Edwards. Man, I'm telling you, the NBA players. That's where she need to go.
Anthony Edwards to take this down. He'll take this all the way down,
straight
brother.
up.
You know what I'm saying? Most of them dudes in there, bro, take that down right there.
Was it PJ Washington?
Yeah, it was PJ Washington. It was PJ.
Yeah, but you got to remember, right? I'm not saying she can't. She got to get lucky, but she's competing. You guys got to remember, she's competing against other women. She's not the only bad bitch, is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not saying she don't have a. Does she have a chance? Yes, she's a bad bitch. But once again, she's got to compete. She's competing with, there are so many bad, man. And she got BBL too. So she's a little bit behind.
I don't know.
Those are BBLs, tits are BBLs. I mean, not BBL, but she got a tit job.
That right there, boy, crazy. Got to be AI. That got to be AI.
Yeah, she look good right there.
That look crazy right there, boy. And wait a minute. See right there? Yeah, that right there walking in a strip club like that, then she gonna win. She winning, no?
But you got to remember. Now, this is let me take y'all down. Let me take y'all down. Let Rufus put y'all, because y'all been married, so I'm gonna put y'all back in the game.
I think this nigga got to stop shooting shots at a nigga.
Oh shit! Let me help you out. You got to remember, men are not a monolith. So, yeah, there's be nights that there's guys that's going to come in and go after her, but then there's going to be other nights that some of the guys want a different type of chick. Some guys want white chicks. Some dudes want Latinas. Some want black girls. Every night is different. Some nights she can be the one, right? But then there are other nights, chicks who don't look as good as her. Some dudes want ugly bitches. Some dudes want like thick, like fat bitches. Some dudes want. I mean, you wouldn't believe what these guys go for. Sometimes you'd be like, "What the fuck is these guys doing?" Not every guy. And once again, I'm not saying she ain't gonna get at least 2,000 nights. She might be able to get between 1,000 and 2,000 nights. But I'm saying, just like she said, every night ain't a good night. She just said that in the video, right? Because other women, she's competing against guys lusting after different types of women. These guys don't like the same type of women. So she has to bank on maybe 2 or 3 guys that want her and go ready to spend money with her. Because then you got guys who ain't gonna want to spend money, right? You got guys trying to get a budget, trying to get a deal, right? So you got to understand it's a lot more complicated because once you're competing. So can she get an NBA player? I think she's good enough. I think she's good looking enough. I think she has a chance, especially in 2026, because a lot of these NBA players are wife-ing strippers.
Yeah.
But once again, she has to compete with these other women. And that's what she's doing right now. She's marketing herself. Hopefully she can get her NBA player or a rapper, anybody with over 6 figures. But she won't get the Bill Gates of the world. She won't get those guys.
She took herself out the game. Her marketing plan is terrible. Just by her talking about how much she won a month. So she did put herself in that gold digger territory. But like I said, there's like an Anthony Edwards. What's the other one that came? Zion. She get one of them like dumb NBA players that don't be thinking straight. That's her lane. Or she got to go to Dubai. That's her only 2 paths.
Yeah, she gonna catch one of them young bucks with a limited money, nigga, and it's gonna be a wrap. And then she gonna peel that dude for everything. Look at that. I noticed every car she in is something nice. It's G-Wagons, Ferrari. She messed with some people who got some type of bread, fam. You see what I'm saying?
No, let me tell you. She making money.
She used to date Bow Wow. I know that.
No,
Look, I'm not saying.
Yeah, that right. Boy,
I'm not saying she ain't making no money. She making money. She making money. I'm not saying she ain't making no money, but I know 60, maybe 20K.
Not 60 a day. I can see it in a month. I can see it in a month.
No.
Oh,
No, she might be making. She's probably making 150, 160, maybe 200,000 a year.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Except 50.
I give her about 200,000 a year because she is pretty good looking.
But that put her down. You go 200, 100-something thousand. That put her under that 50 a month.
No, yeah. She ain't.
I don't know.
So you got to remember, OG, they can't work every day either. They got to take their body. They got to take days off. This shit ain't easy. It ain't easy for them because most of the customers they dealing with, they don't want.
I get that.
See what I'm saying? So she has to deal with that. Some niggas coming in with some weird ass requests. Some dudes up in there weirdos. So she's not going to hit every time. Some niggas she going to have to walk away from because these niggas might want to take a tractor and run her over or some shit. I don't know. But they got some weird ass shit going on out here. So these whores are, some guys don't really give a fuck about whores, right? And they want to do anything. Because I want to stick this, I want you to, my dog to spit, like whatever, right? To have some weird ass requests. So you got to remember, she's under the gun of a whorism. So she is looked at as the trash of the town. So the customers that come in there don't give a fuck about them. They're like, bitch, what you want? If she makes 60K, she probably nigga pissed in her mouth. She may she did some way out shit. She did some way out shit. Because that type of money, some niggas want some weird shit. That's why I wouldn't mess with her. I wouldn't take her up on that offer. Because bitch, you done what the fuck you done did to get that kind of money.
Does she got like OnlyFans or anything like that?
No, I just heard she was a stripper. That's the only thing she kept on saying. She was a stripper. At first, I thought she was a bartender, but she said
that's what I thought at first. But yeah, some people was like, you guys said I ain't hear all that.
She did both.
Somebody was saying she got an OnlyFans and stuff too.
I'm thinking she did the bartending on one certain days, right? And I think she worked at a strip club certain days. So I think she did a little bit of, she mixed it up, right? And her, the type of girl, probably got clientele, right? She probably got clientele. So she got niggas flying her out. She got probably a sugar daddy, some shit like that. That's where she get her money at. She got sugar daddy. Most girls go in there to get sugar daddies. That's where they make their money. They're not.
Unless she weren't a lot of fake stuff, Rufus. Unless everything that I'm seeing, that purse alone, bro, would put her out the bracket. It got to be a gift. I know she didn't go and buy it. You know what I'm saying? That's alone, bro. You know what I'm saying?
She got sugar daddy. She got sugar daddy. The nigga sugar daddy shoot that to her, like old white man about 75 years old. Oh, he gonna shoot that. That's what she got. And
let me ask you this. So are you only would you say with the stripper money in every other one of her ventures, do you think she can get 50,000 a month with including her stripping, her bartending, and her sugar daddy in the other games that she running? Because you know she ain't paying no bills. She probably got a nigga paying for everything. So in her little games, do you think all together, all her income come together, do you think she can touch 50K a month? With everything.
I think she can. Like if she got the OnlyFans and all that popping.
I'm agree with you on the strip club. I'm agree with you on the strip club. The 30,000, 20,000 for the strip club.
So let's just say, right?
Where the other 20, 30 come from?
So let's just say, right? To your point, she got a sugar daddy, right? Most likely she got a sugar daddy. She's lazy. She's not going to the club like that. So she probably only works like twice, maybe 3 times a week. Then she probably got large spending habits. So I'm thinking a month, her sugar daddy's probably paying her mortgage, taking her on shopping sprees here and there. She might got 2 sugar daddies. If she got 2 sugar daddies, so her mortgage, that's a nice little apartment she's in right there. So let's just say that's her apartment, which is about $3,500 to $4K a month. She might can pull it. She might can pull it off. 50K a month. That's actually sugar daddies. Typically, one thing about sugar daddies, they they're mostly going to pay something, right? They're going to pay something like her rent. They're going to ship her money when she had her BBL. So, yeah, she can do 50K. She got the right sugar daddy. And a strip club and the bartending. Yeah, she can pull it off. She can pull it off if she's doing it like that. But she have to have the sugar daddy for sure.
Yeah, I did the math on it, man. 50,000 for 12 months. That's 600,000 a year. So, like, if she had all the ventures like OG talk about, I think she could get there. But I think that's going to be a short window. I think she got like 2 to 3 years to capitalize on that. She'll have to grind. She'll have to be grinding like crazy.
But who her sugar daddy though, right? That's the question. Maybe let's just say she do got one, he's got a little bit of money. He's probably worth about 1.5, 2.6 million, something in that category. So he probably has some businesses, ventures. So he can't show too much on her, right? And he got his own bills. So I'm gonna put her on 30K a month. 30K a month. And so what she's saying is when she says she's asking for allowance, right? So she's probably want 20,000 more than what she's getting, right? That's what she feels she's worth. So I think she's probably advertising herself. She's trying to get a new sugar daddy. She's trying to get rid of her old sugar daddy because he's probably only giving like between 10, 15,000 a month, which is a lot of money. It's a lot of fucking money, man. And then she doesn't want to work at a strip club no more. She doesn't want to go to the bar no more. She wants a nigga to take out her sugar daddy who she doesn't like, who she doesn't want. And she said, for you to take me from that, you need to pay 40 to 50K a month. So she's looking for Sean Diddy Combs.
So you said basically in that interview, she's like marketing and she's also trying to negotiate.
Yeah.
Because she did kind of say, she was like, hey man, I need emergency fund just in case. So she factored in all that shit, like, okay, in case this guy get tired of my materialistic ass, she was like, I need emergency fund. So yeah, she tried to factor everything in.
Yeah.
She making sure she don't go broke.
Yeah.
The thing about women though, and these type of women, they're poor money managers. They spend what they get. So a lot of them ain't even got 5,000 in the bank account. They're living literally from sugar daddy to sugar daddy.
Hey, you see what college football put in the chat? He said, hey, Diddy was the biggest trick and he was only giving out 10K a month. That's fact. That's why I was like, that 50,000, ain't no guy giving up all that bread.
No, not even a billionaire, because he's just not gonna do it. Because why would he give you 50K when he can have 5 different types of women and pay them $10,000 each, and they're going to be happy with their roles? He can get it for 5,000. You got to remember, rich people are tight with their money. They don't really throw their money out like that. They do, but not like 50K. No, they're gonna, and then there's too many women that are willing to do it for cheaper. They can get a bitch just as bad as her, younger, right? For she'd give her $5,000 a month, and she's gonna be happy. Pay all her little bills. So take her on, buy her some designer.
Right about that.
She's competing.
One thing it just ain't her. They can do all that, and they might do it too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I agree with you. To me, it sounds like a sound marketing plan. When I give somebody 600,000, you know what I'm saying? Because that's basically what it come out to. Salute the sophisticated nerd. I'd rather just give you 10,000 like Diddy and just be like, you know what? Hey, it's 120,000 a year. I can afford that, but I can't afford 600,000 a year. Now, if I can afford 600,000 a year, I'm gonna go ruthless route because this is what we're doing. I'm just gonna get 5 of you and spend the 10,000 per each one of you. That way, I can spend the 600,000, but I got 5 of you instead of just one of you. So it makes sense. You ain't saying nothing wrong, brother.
No, I didn't say nothing wrong.
Okay, what I'm doing with the money and what most girls do with the money is 2 different things.
Okay, what are most girls doing with the money?
Most girls are going shopping. Let's say Sunday night, they made $15,000. Monday, Tuesday, they're out shopping.
Yeah.
They're out spending money doing something they're not supposed to be doing, right? And the reason is, it's kind of like the stripper mentality. if I made this money today, I'm gonna make it again tomorrow. So they automatically just spend it. And technically, when it's 15, you gotta split it in two. That's another thing too that people don't really know. You're not taking that $15,000 home 100% because now you gotta split it in two, and then after split, not even before you split it in two, you gotta give 15% to the bus boys, and then money gets lost in the air, and then the packs are already short. So the $15,000 that
tell us about that, because if you get $5,000 in the club, are you always getting a full $5,000 or you?
No.
Thank you.
No. So let's say $1,000 is automatically $900 to $800 because the club already took out their singles.
Yep.
By the time it flies in the air, you're getting out of the 800 that you got, right? You're getting maybe 600. And that's if he's just throwing it at you, because and money flies everywhere. And then 15% goes to the busboy, and then you're splitting $400 in between you and your partner. And then you have to, take away the money that you spent for your outfit, which most likely be $65 to $75. And then your register is short, so then now you have to pay off whatever you owe. So yeah, it's a little tricky when it comes to that. But we don't really, just because you see us with $15,000 does not mean that we are taking 100% of the money home.
So most girls are blowing the money, but when you got your money, what was the difference in what you did?
Hey, pause there for me.
I was like,
okay, I know I ain't the smartest person in the world, but work her math in reverse, if you don't mind, and catch up to that. If she walked out if she did the basic way she broke it down was she's going to break out even. She said you will have 400, they'll have 400 basically at the end. So you basically losing half of yours. So how much do you think that she made?
Well, once
if you're
again,
going by her logic.
It depends. It depends on the client. So let's say at the strip club, most times when guys throw that kind of money, let's say 10, 15,000, it's 5 to 6 girls dancing. Like the girls are shaking their asses, twerking, and doing their little pole tricks. It's like 5, 6, 7, 8 girls on the pole. So she's got to split all that money with them, right? Then the club takes a percentage of that as well, right? So she's probably walking out that bitch with about 2,000, between 2 to 500, 2,500.
No, I don't think you heard what she said, Rufus. She said she mentioned all that, right? But at one point she was saying that a girl will walk out after getting all her deductions with 15,000. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, if you walk out of that club with 15,000, but you had to pay the busboy, you had to pay the club, you had to pay this extra fee, you had to pay this and pay this and pay this after you do all your deductions, and you walk out of here with $15,000, how much money did you make that goddamn night? Because the club got a percentage of that.
Yeah, she only makes. The strippers ain't make. Listen, if strippers were making.
No, listen. Ruthless. I don't think you get what I'm saying, bro. If she's telling us this, bro, and she already recognized that, she's saying when you think these people are coming out of that club and they only made 15,000, that's cool. But I'm talking about how much do you think that she really made if she only walked out that club with 15,000? Because the club had to get their cut too. So the club then took their cut.
I got what
the
you're
bus
saying.
boy then took their cut. Everybody then took their cut. But she walks out of that club with 15,000. How much money do you think that she made that night? By going by the standard, she just got through standard up saying breaking it down from $800.
So 30K.
Yeah, between 25 and 30, around that.
And she went home with 15. See what I'm saying?
And that now let's walk that down. Good job, OG Dirty. Good job. I should hire you as my accountant. But
this nigga here had a line. I can't stand this nigga, bro. This nigga, he be cutting up, bro.
So let's walk this down. So remember, 30K is like something that happens probably once a year, maybe twice a year, right? You might have the Colombians come in. They just took a large shipment over the border. They just thought somebody to throw, right? But this, once again, these guys are short-lived. These niggas are going to jail. These niggas are dying. These guys don't. So they're not. These guys aren't coming to the club regularly. So she's making a night, like I said, a good solid stripper make good $1,200, $1,500 a night, right? She's doing four VIPs, right? Now, most likely, whatever the customer wants, she's doing. And then she get tipped on top of that. So a VIP will cost what? For 30 minutes, between $200 to $300 for 30 minutes. So the customer, if he's a real freak, he might pay a whole hour, right? So he might pay $400 for an hour. Then he's going to take her back there, right? Boom, 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 whatever they're going to do. And then she's going to charge her price. Well, I charge this much for any extra activity. And then that's what he's going to pay her. So that's an undisclosed amount. We'll say between $300 to $5,000, right? Depending on, like this chick probably, she might charge like $2,000 or $3,000 for extras, right? That's where the strippers are making their money at. On the stage, very rare. It's very rare that a motherfucker throw $100, right? It's very rare. So the typical stripper's making, right, on a not average night, she's probably taking home, average stripper's probably taking home $300 to $500 a night.
Mm. How they going out shopping? How they going out shopping? And that's what I'm saying. And see, this is where I was saying in the beginning, bro. Well, how they gonna go out shopping the next day, bro, if they only leaving with that? See, I'm thinking they making, the way that she breaking it down, she's basically telling us, bro, that they making way more money than what the hell we think that they making, because all this money that's getting cut off by the club and the bus boys and the way that so if you ain't giving her the money directly, it's a certain cut that she got to cut out of that towards the club. But if you throwing the money, and if it's just flying everywhere, well, somebody else got to get a cut out of that with the club, because you know what I'm saying, they got to pick your money up. It's certain things that she's saying. So I'm like, well, then if she leaving out there, bro, with $2,000 or $3,000 a night, or even if she leaving out there with $800 a night, right? You know what I'm saying? Basically, okay, she making a little bit, but she ain't making a lot. You know what I'm saying? Now, so if you only made $800 a night, to your point, you saying that you only gonna leave out with $400.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Now, once again, it depends. Like I said, depends on the stripper, right? If you got your whores, right? Straight prostitutes. They're walking out with maybe a little more. They're probably working out with. They're probably taking the guy to the back. He's getting the VIP. He's whatever he's doing, tipping her once again between $300 to $1,000, depending on the stripper. And she gets 2 or 3 clients to tip her pretty good. She walk out there with $1,500 to $2,500, and the club doesn't get none of that, because tips, what she makes in the back room, the customer, that's between her and the customer. The club doesn't get none of that money. So that's what makes it prostitution. So, and this is, like I said, but then once again, she's competing. So the average stripper, right, is making between $300 to $500 a night. Now, like I said, the ones are the stripper that every guy wants to go in the VIP with, she could be making $2,000 a night. But she's only going to work 3 to 4 times a week. So she made 2, 4. So she's making 2, 4. So she's making she can make closer to $15,000 a month. She can make that. If she's, once again, but she's got to be getting that back blown out though, nigga. I'll tell you that. Ain't gonna be no, you just dancing on the pole. You dancing on that you dance. You getting your back blown out. You might as well go on Fig. Right? Because the VIP, that the club they're taking a door fee plus 60% of that. So she's making money completely on tips. So
like she said, I think in the beginning where you was playing before we came in, she was like, there's pretty only like 2 nights a week.
Yeah.
Like at probably the good spots that you're making decent money. So it's like 2 days a week. So you factor that in. And then, like you said, every night ain't going to be where you're getting the big bread like that.
Right.
So that's probably like once they get one of those big nights, you know, they just go crazy with it, shopping instead of like saving that money.
I'm gonna tell you where the money's made. Clientele, consistency. She got 10 niggas, 20 niggas that love the, and they're faithful to her. Then she can, and she'll need to come to the club twice a week, because they're gonna hit her up. They got the phone number. We gonna pull up. She okay, I'll be there. Boom, she pull up. She got 5 customers come through every time, tipping her $300 to $500 every time. Bam, she's out. So yeah, then she got, on top of that, she probably got a sugar daddy. So that's where the money's at. The money is not for what she's talking about. The way when I'm listening to her, come on, she's not make. If she did just on dancing on the pole, nigga, you ain't gonna make nothing but what, 3,000-5,000 a month, if that. But she just doesn't really. I think doesn't really want to say that she's a prostitute. She's kind of like going around that. But she's getting her back blown out, nigga. So she's getting tip. Her money's on her tips, and we won't never know that amount because it's illegal. So we truly never know that. But I'm estimating, she's getting her back blown out, and she's charging, because what's the name? You know them streamers, like Blueface and all them. Them girls are charging them niggas for pussy, man. They're not fucking these girls for free. Them girls are attacking the streamers. Now these prostitutes ain't playing. They're going after these streamers now. They're going, hey, and then they go on these little dates on the live. After he wants some, her 2 bands, 3 bands. Yeah, women are charging for their pussy. So she's getting her back blown out. She's getting ran through. Her body count is probably like 300 to 400.
God damn.
I'm serious. I'm not even playing with you. Her body count is between 300 to 500.
Yeah, that's some porn star shit. That's
the only way she talking about 50 bands a month. Her body count is probably more than her body count is probably 1,000, because she's talking about, I make it fit. Yeah, she's getting her back blown. Niggas ain't just giving that money away all the time just because you're beautiful. They're gonna want to stick something in you. Best believe that.
Girl, at one point, I'll just blow it. I'll take off for the next 2 weeks, don't work, spend my money, and then when it was time to, like, I need money again, I would just go back to work. I did that for a very, very long time when I was younger. Yeah. And then I got to the point where I started saving my money, and I have family I take care of. So a lot of my money actually went into family. Mm-hmm. At one point, I sat down and I did the math. I'm like, okay, I made this much this year. Where did my money go? Mm-hmm. It went to food. It went to Uber. And at the time, it wasn't even Uber. It was, I can't remember what it was called, but it was.
She don't even got a car. She didn't even have a car, nigga. How you gonna make $50K a month and don't got a car?
Yeah, that don't even make sense.
How you gonna make $50K a month and you ain't got you a whip? But you talking about an Uber. Nigga, people who got Ubers because they can't afford a car. I ain't gonna say everybody. Some dudes got DUI history, but that's a minority. But most time, they can't afford a car. So when she got her money, a little bit of money, when she talking about she's going on vacation trips, buy her some Gucci, buy her little things, you know what I'm saying? And she spend all her money up. Most strippers, we understand that women are the #1 consumers. So most strippers don't save their money. Most prostitutes don't save their money. They make great money, but they don't save their money. So their body counts up in 1,500, 2,000.
Yeah, like she said, man, she was outlining the mindset that a lot of them have. So that's why I was like peeping. That's why I said, instead of grinding, like, say if they had a big night, like we was talking about, they do get the, 50,000 and they hit a lick. Instead of, like, a guy would look at it like, man, I'm going to work every day then. Shit. They look at it like, I ain't coming for like 2 months then. I done got 50,000. So that's what fucks them up.
Yeah, and you gotta understand, sophisticated, because they're getting ran through so much. Their body can only go through so much. They got to take time to heal.
No, that's a fact.
See, that's why they got to take time to regroup because they're getting ran through so much. So her vagina needs to get. She needs to bring it back. It's so stretched out. She needs to.
You said they need a break, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot, man. Think about it. A nigga, now a man, we can fuck. Man can fuck 20 bitches a night, no problem. As long as he's on that pill. But the woman, she can do it, but then she got there's the psychological things. Then her body, right? It's a lot. It takes a lot out of her. So that's why they take off that's why they can't make the big money like they saying they make, because their bodies can't do that shit like that. And the only way they can get away, the only way they can potentially do this if they fucking a lot of dudes with small dicks. Like they get a little nigga with a pencil, right? That's why a lot of strippers go after old men, right? Because they don't want to, they trying to do as least as possible. They're trying to keep their body count under 500. But come on, they got to get that money. So you niggas coming in and they laying pipe. Them hoes is getting, their coochies is busted wide open. So she had to take 3 or 4 weeks off. That shit got to heal back up.
You know, a lot of them too, man. They be drinking a lot, you know, doing a lot of drugs too, man. So you factor that in, what you talking about. Yeah,
because you gotta understand, sophisticated. Most of these women are dealing with guys they don't want. 99.9% of customers they can't fucking stand. They hate these niggas. But they want that money. So they, you know what I mean? So it's a lot. It takes a lot out of them. And who knows what these customers are asking of them? Some of these customers are physical. They want to beat the shit out of them, then put a pole up their ass, all kind of shit. Come on, man. These women, you got to remember, customers, most of their customers are married. Majority of niggas in the strip club be married. Or they got girlfriends. So they will come in there to treat them the way they don't want to treat their girlfriend or their wives. So these women are, they're treated like the scum of the earth.
Similar to Uber. You just go outside and wave them down. So I was paying $65 to go to work, $65 to come back home, just to go to work.
Yeah.
Or even go anywhere, because I didn't drive. So a lot of my money was really spent on transportation and food. And food, it's not like I was just buying a big amount of food. I would just go to restaurants where my bill would be $600 just for me and a friend, or even more, you know?
Yeah.
So I was really spending my money on a lot of things that wasn't really needed. And then I started becoming smart about it. I started saving all my money and putting myself on a budget. I started putting myself on a budget, like this is all I can afford. This is all I can spend for, let's say, the week. And I had to work around that. It was a little hard at first. And I would go pinch the money I was saving. But once I start pinching out the money that I was saving, I would find myself spending it all. And it wasn't until COVID that I was able to save up a big amount of money and then telling myself, like, okay, do something with it before you go spend it on something stupid. And stupid things would be like go on vacation for a whole week and a half. Don't work for a whole 2 months. Providing for other people that were around me, friends, family. And then I would find myself at zero again. And during COVID, I was like, you know what? Let me just do something. So I went and hurry up and started buying houses and investing my money into things that later on in the long run, it's going to be better for me. And I'm actually very happy that I made that decision, because if not, I would have still be living the stripper life.
So you started investing in real estate. I love that.
That's smart.
So
hit the pot.
right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Now go ahead. I'll go after you.
She's explaining that. So she looks like she's COVID. How long was COVID?
I was like 2021 or something like that.
Yeah.
So this is what, 26? So she got to be almost 30 years old, right?
Like 34, 35, something like that.
Ooh, and she talking about the stripper life, right?
Yeah, she's in veteran status in the strip clubs.
Ooh, her body count is up there, boy. She, because you got to remember, she said I would go and take these time off, and I would spend all the money, then take care of my family, and then buy all this dumb shit, and I'll be at zero again. So that means she had to get back out there and get her back blown out again.
Yeah, she was spending that money. What'd she say? Like 600 dinners with her and her friend and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah,
She
she
doing
was
her
definitely doing
crazy,
the high end life.
So she didn't have a sugar daddy. She was the type of woman who would just literally get her back blown out.
Yeah, she was out here fucking for free. She doing all that. All she doing at this point now is she want this whole 50,000 a month. She's trying to charge the guy, whoever is willing to do that, for all her bad decision making. That's really what she doing now to play catch up. Because like you said, she instead of getting that guy, there was probably a dude that would have like took her under, paid all her bills, took her out of that life. But now that she older too, she don't miss that big fish. So she's like, look, the next guy that I get with, he's gonna have to make up for all this money I lost, all those bad decisions. It's like a tax for her, like I said, bad decision making.
What you gotta say, OG Dirty?
Yeah, it ain't gonna end well for she did try to fix the car situation. I don't know what else she's gonna say, but I guess I could do just a little bit more, just delusional.
So I'm finna give it to y'all ruthless like I always do. This woman here, do you know why she put 40, 50K as her allowance? Because what she's saying is, see, she already a whole bunch of niggas with money already try to save her out the club, and she turned them down. So you gotta understand, women, when they do this shit, it gives them a level of freedom in their mind, right? In their mind, they're free to get this kind of money and do what they want with it, whether we know it's bad. You know what I mean? They're irresponsible, but they don't want the leadership of a man. They don't want a man telling them what to do with the money. And see, this is why she's so old right now and don't have a man, because she wants to be her own boss. And she doesn't want to take instructions, because, if she give it a man, it's going to come with boundaries and, certain things that she can't do. And women today feel like if they get a man, a boyfriend or a husband, the guy will hold them back from achieving the things that they think they can achieve, and we all see that that's delusional, because she held herself back, right? Spending all her money, mismanaging her money. So I do agree with Sophisticated Jerk and OG Dirty that it is better for her to get with a man who make 40, 50K a year and then work it out and try to work it from there. But women, they don't know what's best for them, right? They think in their delusion that, oh, well, look, some guy came and dropped 20K on me. Dumb woman, that was just a one-time thing. And that was because, not because he cared about you or he valued you, that you're worth 20K. He probably threw the money on you because he didn't give a fuck. And now you think that your value of yourself is, oh, nigga being me, he didn't give me 20K a month, or he didn't give me 50K a month. And ain't no woman worth that, not even Beyonce, right? But once again, women are delusional to think these things, and they don't have, how I want to say is, they don't have any structure within their emotional attachment. Because think about it, motherfucker throwing 20 grand on a bitch, that make her feel good. She feels so good. But it's only a temporary high. It's like dope, right? It's like a drug addict, right? It's like a drug addict coming back. Now she can't get out the stripper life night, right? Because she's addicted, because she's trying to get that 20K again, which won't come, most likely won't come, or that 40, 50K, it won't come again. Because if she was making that much a month, she would not tell a man to be with her, he needs to give her that much allowance. She would just not even, I don't need a man, right? She would stick with that ideology. So bottom line is, the women today, there is no love for men. They love money. They have chosen their new husbands. They are married to the game. They're married into the game. So if I'm saying you got a wife, be happy, work that shit out, nigga.
And work that shit out. What if you ain't got to work nothing out, Rupert? What are we gonna be like sophisticated and everybody else? You know what I'm saying? Well, we just married when we ain't got to go through the same thing you go through.
Right.
You might better say that to yourself. You know what? Let these women kill your pocket or acquiesce to your program. And if they don't, you know what I'm saying? You just got to go out there and find more. So, you know what I'm saying?
And the crazy part that you said women aren't getting on men's program. Women are looking for men to get on their program.
Yeah, so period. That's when you drop them and go to somebody else and restart that whole spending money thing over again while we sitting back here not dealing with none of no problems. So you have fun repeating yourself. I'm just gonna be like sophisticated nerd.
Yeah.
I ain't got to worry about that.
Facts. We ain't dealing with that, OG.
I ain't
glad about that market.
Yeah, you got it. You had it, market, sir. I'm gonna stick to the merit market, sir.
Now I'm been investing. I'm sophisticated junk is still under my investigation. Because I just don't buy his story all the way. Maybe some parts of it's true, but I think he's not giving us the whole shebang. But I'm still going to once again. He's under investigation. I'm not saying he's telling a lie. Right? I'm not saying that, but he's under my suspicious activity. Right? I just think
I'm on the list.
That you're on the list of, is you really pushing 50-50 at this level in your marriage? I don't really believe you, but hey, I can't prove it. So you are what you are until you're proven guilty, right? It's innocent until you're proven what? So I'm not going to go into that all the way because I don't have enough evidence. But I think sophisticated, in my opinion, I think he's probably paying the mortgage at this point. I think he took over that years ago because it made him feel like the man he needs to be. But he's not going to tell me that truth. So we're going to have to just speculate.
Rufus is cold-blooded, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
Rufus ain't giving nobody no love, man. Shout out to Rufus.
Shout out to Rufus.
Now, my theory is this, and the reason why I'm investigating him, most men are not looking for women to take care of them. And part of our value as men, we like to be the ones to cover all those things because it's what we're built to do. So, maybe in the beginning, it was a little rough. So the 50-50 was absolutely necessary. But then Sophisticated is a high earner now. So I'm guessing he's making between $80,000 to $160,000 a year. I'm sure he's been
you gotta go a little higher. You break it up a little bit.
Yeah, I thought it was me, nigga. I thought my internet was tripping.
No, but Ruthless, could it be just like, cause like where I stay at, man, a lot of both people work, man, and like me and my wife, man, we both high earners. So could it just be like two people are financially literate? So I think a lot of times, man, when we be looking at stuff, and I'm not saying you, but we're coming from a perspective of like, it's also old school shit versus like two people just being financially literate, working with each other. Cause that's how literally me and my wife look at it. We're like, shit, if we do this way, we both max out like our 401ks. We both, like my wife, she gets shares she could buy through her job. So she picks up those shares because she gets them at a discount. Then, I invest on my side too after we split our bills and pretty much we got all our bills paid. So it's not a ton of stuff that we actually got paid together, but we're like investing in multiple areas. So that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people that we work with, they do the same concept. But I do see like for most people, man, that ain't financially literate, they won't go down that path because it's more of an ego thing. Where I think it's like I said, people, if they working together like that, they looking to like, man, let's excel. Because if we both do it this way, it's literally gonna resolve the whole money thing, aka bills and shit.
I don't never have to worry about that type of shit.
I'm just saying. What you doing?
Nah, I said I don't never go through that shit. I ain't never had nothing cut off on me. I ain't never, bro. Most of that shit is already, it's coming straight out. I already know. I'm looking at my phone, nigga. Everything is, bro. And nowadays, how everything go, bro. If you smart enough, bro, and you know what you're doing, and you want to keep everything, because like I said, some people, when we have our own business, bro, we got to look at everything. If you can run your own business, you should be able to run everything else. You know what I'm saying? So I got to make sure shit is getting taken out at the right spot at the right time. So I got everything set up a certain way. We don't have to go through that. We don't never have no conflicts or nothing like that when it comes to spending or anything like that. Because most of that shit is already known to be necessary. We have livestock. So, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about what you about to go get. You ain't worried about what I'm about to go get. As long as these animals got food, we got food, these bills is paid up. You know what I'm saying? Cars and stuff. I can hop in any one of these vehicles, dip off, do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I don't have no problem. Now, when this stuff start coming into a problem, then they ain't arrived yet. You know what I'm saying? Because we do it like Sophisticated say. It's a certain method we already came up with. And it's already been years in prep to do this. People don't understand when you come together as one, bro, what you have to do. They just think, oh, no, it's just mine, and I do this, and I do that. Bro, you got to have somebody on the other side to understand the same thing you doing, too. Come on, bro. But you going to make all the damn decisions. You going to be the smartest person. You didn't marry a smart person? That's crazy.
See, that's the key right there, OG. That's when a lot of guys they don't speak like us, man. They kind of tell on themselves that they were infatuated with somebody instead of getting the one that's like has the attraction and that's also smart. Because like you said, it's like if you get that right person, man, it makes your leadership easier. Where you ain't you ain't micromanaging and shit.
Hell, I gotta tell you what to do. What the hell is this coming up for? I shouldn't even be. If I see it, okay. Keep on going. Yeah, about to go. What the hell?
Nah, that's a fact. Yeah. I be hearing some of these dudes. I be like, damn, which I went that's a kid, man. If you gotta sit there and tell somebody how to do some basic shit, I'm good on that. I'll be single before, you know.
I just don't. I don't know, man. I know it's dudes out here that it's challenging, bro. But again, you chose that person, bro. I dealt with them my whole goddamn life, bro. I wasn't trying to marry none of them. I knew their headspace wasn't there. They didn't have the understanding. I'm looking at the way they was living, how I was living when we was dating. You ain't marriage material. Something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, that infatuation take over, bro. And that's harder than drugs.
Yeah. But OG, you think that's the issue with most guys, man? Like they don't go them layers deep like we did. Like, damn, okay, can you handle yourself? Are you actually on board the program, like they say? They don't take them layers deeper to see if the female actually got some competence.
I don't think that they do.
Yeah, I agree.
And if they did, they only look at it from a standpoint of she got money. And they don't understand how the money got there or whatever it is. Like, is she really working? Is she doing what old girl just said on the video we just got through watching? Because she made a good point. Most of them taking the money they take in, they spending all out. If she's doing that, if you ain't finding somebody who ain't doing the same thing you doing, then you know what? You guess what you're gonna end up with? Somebody doing the same thing that you are doing. So you might be that person that every paycheck you get to come in, yeah, you might pay your bills, but by the middle of the month, nigga, you broke because you just spent all your money. She might be the same way. And guess what type of relationship y'all gonna have?
Yeah, you're gonna have some conflict.
Now y'all money together, y'all both done got paid, and she didn't spend most of your money, and now you looking crazy. Yeah, I ain't got time for that, brother. No, you gotta make better decisions.
My check.
Go ahead, sir.
You good now, man?
You good now. You ain't cutting it down no more.
Yeah, how to fix the net a little bit. But yeah, but the thing about it's the mindset of the women that's being tainted. It's not the men, right? The men, we're being who we're built to be, right? And this is why I think that sophisticated jerk is paying the mortgage at this point, right? Because he couldn't fund himself, right, to just be the man of the house, right? It add to his credibility, right? I'm the man of the house. I want to, right? It's just natural for him once he got in the position of the high earner status to say, you know what, hey, I'm him. Let me do that. So I really believe he did that, because women, the problem when they get to doing these things, that it seems like they get a little bit more mouthy, they're a little less cooperative, they're a little bit more assertive. So men, we like less interaction like that, right? We want more compliance. So to try to get that compliance in full circle, we want to take over. That's why we like to pay the bills. It's like we like to be the lead, because it helps us to keep that edge. And men who have to go 50-50, they're miserable. They're miserable because their women are always talking shit, always challenging them. Oh, damn, I pay bills here too. What you mean we going to da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? So ultimately, women are, I think that all their mentality is very, very the same, right? They feel like they like to be taken care of, right? And I believe sophisticated jerk is taking care of his wife. I really do.
See, I think that's where y'all make the mistake, man. I think if you a solid dude, man, like whatever you decide and you got a backbone, man, she gonna fall in line with you, because women know who they could push over. So, man, like if you have that mindset where it's like, man, okay, I got to do more now because she's gonna trip out, and you say like you do take on everything because you're low key, you're scared like how she's gonna act. You don't think she could sense that? So you don't think she's gonna move the goalposts and punk you more? Like, hey, I want this now that I done seen how he reacted. So that's where guys fuck up. When they start getting that in their mind and they start pivoting because of what they feel like she's gonna react to, man, that's where you lose your leadership. So nah, I ain't do that. Hell nah. We gonna stick to the plan. If you don't like it, jump off. That's all. That's your stance. And that's if guys have more of that, man, you'll be all right, man. I don't pivot.
So yeah, you're very, let me say this, you're one of one. You're probably one of 300 million men that got that action.
But you know what I learned from like the older cats, like say like you and OG, man, that had game. I looked and observed. I was like, shit, I see they got good reactions with women, so let me pivot myself to that. You know, and if guys just like listen to dudes that got good situations, man, you'll be in a good spot.
So you do know that,
crazy.
But you do know that women divorce a lot, right?
Yeah, no, that comes with the risk, but that's why you got dig in. You got to make sure in that beginning.
My point is, right, is that women are leaving at their own accord. So what they're saying to the men that they married is, you're holding me back. I can do better.
Oh, okay.
The men who are a lot of times, hey, we're gonna do 50-50, they're like, you know what? I can be broke all by myself. I can do this by myself. I got to pay a bill. And this is the woman's mentality. It's not like her man is doing anything wrong. They got a plan. Okay. And of course, 50-50 is the more reasonable, because you got to get retirement together. You got to get the kids' college together. A lot of things that are coming up in the future. And, to plan that together will be more optimal in a 50-50 type of situation. But once again, right, a lot of these women are divorcing 800,000 times a year. So what they're saying is, if the dude ain't going to take this burden off them, because one thing women hate doing, they hate paying bills. They hate it, even though they might not tell you, but women hate paying bills. And a lot of these married women who with these guys who they got to share the bills and do all these things, they lose respect for these guys. They lose respect for their marriage, and this is why they leave.
But see, Ruthless, man, if you look at the statistics, stay-at-home moms divorce at a pretty high rate too.
Yes,
we see wealthy men getting taken. So that's what I'm saying, man. OG said something critical. It's like, man, you got to know who you marry, like, before you even go down that path. So that's why I said, like, they got to be financially literate. So, like, me and my wife, we talked about finances I ain't married her for like 5 years before we, because I had to see her relationship with money, how she spent. So I was looking at all that stuff. And until she I seen consistency in that, because you can't fake 5 years. Then I was like, okay, man, she's solid. She's actually who she says she is. But when she had that understanding, I was like, look, we can invest for the future legacy. I was like, I want to make sure I leave something, for our kids and stuff. So I was like, man, I don't be out here spending money. So hey, them first initial dates, that's how I was talking. So I think that's a mistake a lot of guys have. Because I got friends, man, in their 40s now. And we be talking, man, they be going on dates. They scared to even talk about finances because they're like, oh, man, she's going to leave if I start talking about this. And I'm like, man, you got to let some of them leave. But a lot of guys they don't want to have that conversation, man, because they don't want to lose them. So
what you want to say, OG Dirty?
I ain't saying nothing, bro. I'm listening.
Okay, so
let them cook.
So here's the thing, Sophisticated. We have to be realistic here. That most men don't have a lot of options when it comes to women. They don't have they're in a deficit, right? Because they don't have the looks. They don't have the mouthpiece. They don't dress good, right? They are efficient. They got a job. They got money, right? But a lot of them don't have personalities. So you got to understand the women are the hunters. They hunt the guys they want. And when they're hunting you to get you to do or placate to what they need you to do for them. They're not hunting you to be catering to you and listen to what you got to say. They need you to be everything they want you to be for them. So most guys have to take this deal is what I'm saying, right? Most guys got to go with it because some of these guys are virgins when they're 22, 23 years old, right? The new study came out. A lot of these guys are virgins, right? They don't have the access like a few percentage of men do. So yes, do we want them to tell them to stay strong? Yes. But the fact of the reality is most men, they desire women. They desire to have somebody to come home to every day. They desire to have someone that they can, lay in the bed at night with, right? And a lot of men, most men, like 98% feel they need a woman there to make them whole. But over the last 5 years or so, the women are preaching independence. They're saying they don't need men. So the woman's mentality, right, is me, myself, and I. And so, they're kind of saying to the men like, you all right. You all right. I'll give you a chance, maybe. So that's what you got to look at. That's where the big divide is amongst the men and women, right? Like I said, you got lucky. And so once again, like you tell me, I've had my chances with women. I went to prison, ruined a lot of my relationships, but understandably, and I don't really care. But you got a wife. You got lucky that she loves you enough or revered you enough to stick to the plan that she didn't get tainted, right, by outside influences, and it worked out for you. But most men don't have this experience. You get what I'm saying? Is that something you can just? It's a shoot of the dice, right? Most men are women are gonna leave them. It's just the name of the game, right? I don't care what he do. I don't care if he vets her out and they pay him 50-50 or whatever. So it is no guarantees to, your way you did things, Sophisticated Jack, don't work for 99.9% of men in the dating market. It don't work. Feel me?
You said 99?
99%, because women run the fucking dating market. Because once again, most guys don't have the access.
But do you think like most guys try to shoot out they league a little bit? Because I'll give you an example, man. There's this dude at work at my job, man. He looked like the Penguin. And he got a chick that's working with him. Now, she's like pretty in line to like how he looked. So I'm not saying like he got him a bad chick, but if this dude, he be wearing the like dad jeans and stuff, no bit of swag. So that's what I'm saying. But he got him a chick. So undercuts like what most people say. So like, he got somebody that was probably in the same boat. They both like socially awkward and they found each other. They ain't overthink it. They ain't overestimate themselves. And they was like, look, man, we can link up and let's work with each other. So if he could do it, I know majority of these guys could find somebody.
So once again, I'm willing to bet in the blind. I'm a poker player. That she run that mother. That some women want power. That she's running that relationship. See, and he's taking a deal. He had to take that deal because she knew, nigga, you need me, nigga. Right? Even if she might not be as attractive as him, but she has more access to getting other men than he has to get other women. Bet that.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Trust me, Roof. They both in the bags. Their options is limited.
No, not. Listen, yeah, I'm not disagreeing, but she still has more than him, right? She has
just from being a female perspective. I got you.
Yes, yeah. See what I'm saying? So she knows this. She knows that no matter how you think she look, right? She could walk out there, put on something sexy, and motherfuckers pulling up. You know what I'm saying? But him,
not on this one, Ruthless. Not on this one.
Yeah, this one, yeah. Dude, these dudes, you'd be surprised, man. Some of the women, how they look, and they're getting guys. Because once again, most men are going to take that chick, you know what I'm saying? Because they know, right? They got to stick with that chick. She's running that relationship. I bet that.
Oh, she probably is, but I think at least some of them females, man, if they actually like you, because what I seen with some of them guys, man, I think like his girl's pretty smart. Like I said, she's financially literate, so they be doing, because me and him was talking about investing and stuff, so she's at least gonna be about the household. But like you said, probably definitely running it, so I ain't gonna lie about that, but at least it's in line to like upward mobility type stuff. So that's what I'm saying. Guys need to at least shoot for that.
So let me play a video for you then.
Don't got a job, she gonna leave you. If you got a job and you work too much, she gonna leave you. If you don't have nothing, she's gonna leave you. If you try to build something, she's gonna leave you. Women are only with men because of the convenience or maybe even the idea of having a man. Okay, women, they don't want to sacrifice nothing. They don't want no responsibility for nothing. They don't want to go 60-40. They don't want to go 40-60. They don't want to go 50-50. They don't want to do nothing. All they want is the benefit of a king. But they do not want to have the patience and do what it takes to help him build the kingdom. So this is where you need to wake up. You need to realize what type of women that you're dealing with and go get you a woman that believes in your dream, in your kingdom, and that's willing to go 50-50 with you, 60-40 with you. Oh, baby, I ain't doing this. Oh, baby, I ain't doing that. Get rid of her. If she can't do that, get rid of her. I don't care how her mom and daddy made her fine. I'm sick of it.
Listen to that queen.
What do you think about that?
Listen to that queen. She was spitting. That's why I'm like, man, if a female don't take your terms, man, hey, you better be a free agent. That's why I always gave you props, Ruthless. I was like, hey, if they ain't on your program, hey, y'all better listen to Ruthless. He ain't wrong.
Now,
there ain't no in between in this stuff. That's how I look at it. I'm either like you either ride with what I lay out. If not, free agent. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. I don't do no in betweens. Like I don't negotiate like with the leadership stuff because that's one thing everybody think like, oh man, because you got the 50-50 dynamic, you got to concede on a leader. I was like, nah, I don't play that game.
So once again, we have a big problem here in our country, right? In the dating market, in the marriages, in the relationships, we have a very big problem. You can concede to that, right?
Oh, absolutely. The numbers ain't in everybody's favor. That's what I'm saying. There's some guys, they're going to have to like I said, if you're not willing to build yourself up, man, and you put yourself in that pool of average, yeah, you're fucked. You're gonna have to more than likely, man, that them guys, like you said, they gonna be controlled. So it's like that's why I tell guys, like, man, you gotta build yourself to the best of your ability. Cause everybody ain't gonna be like Shamar Moore and shit like that. So you just can't build yourself up that much. But it's like, man, you build yourself up to the best of your ability. Man, you get some like dress tip, style, and all that, and you just can't be socially awkward. You gotta get yourself out there. If you ain't willing to do that, you put yourself in that pool of average. Yeah, it's a wrap. You.
Well, so here's where you got it. This is where I hear you, but the one thing you got to understand, right? Women dictate who's average and who's not. Do you agree with that?
Not really, man. I think everybody got a level standard of attraction. Now, where that ranges from, I think that's where it gets like subjective. But I think, man, like if you a guy, you hit the gym, man, you got a little bit of humor, man, you know, you got some style, like you're gonna be above average because just fitness alone. I think I was looking at something, I was reading this article. They said there's more millionaires than people with six packs. So it's just like, man, technically, if you get a six pack, you above average in looks wise.
So, once again, right? The women dictate this, though, correct?
Nah. I don't think they do. I think like they'll be like, man, certain things look nice if they see a guy wear it, and then that's where everybody else, like if guys notice that guy, say like he gets like good results, then they be like, shit, you know, I need to go dress like that. I need to go, because you know that's what kind of happened in the '90s, man. You know, I grew up in the '90s when the drug dealers was out there dressing fly. That's why everybody else started dressing like that. Nas and you know Eric B and them, everybody started dressing like the dealers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you're not here. So let me play this video real quick.
Stop laughing at me for walking along the wall. I had no other choice in that situation. When I got to Levi Stadium, I happened to run into Kendall and her group. She was holding her chest like she was worried her crop top might cause a wardrobe malfunction. To avoid making her uncomfortable, I pressed myself against the wall and avoided making eye contact. But the main reason was that I was afraid the Kardashian family could spin this into a rumor. Even though my relationship with Latto is low-key, that doesn't mean I can take it lightly. On the first day, the headline might read that 21 Savage and Kendall arrived at the Super Bowl together. But the next day, it could be edited to say 21 Savage and Kendall were acting flirty. In this era, people prefer drama over facts. So I'd rather press my $1,000 jacket against the wall than get close to Kendall. A lot of people mock me for being afraid of Latto, but I don't see that as being a weak man. On the contrary, I believe a man's loyalty is the best gift he can give his partner. If walking along the wall can give her peace of mind, then I'll keep doing it. Because I don't need to answer to the world. I only answer to Latto.
Okay. Do you agree with that?
Hell, man. Shout out to Ronnie, man. He said, "Old girl got 21 in some panties." I agree, man. That was the softest video I've ever seen in my life. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all about respecting, especially if you're with somebody. But, man, you could conduct yourself in a professional manner where y'all just walking down the hallway, man. You ain't got to hug the wall like that. My man was looking like he's part of the paint and shit. Nah.
So
yeah,
this
that was
guy
soft
is,
as fuck.
but you do agree that this guy is of high success, high standard status, right?
Yeah, he's definitely getting money and stuff. But, yeah.
Okay. So he is definitely high value, right?
I ain't going to say high value. I said high paid.
Well, I'm just saying for his economical status and everything will make him a high value man, right?
Yeah, I say the money and stuff, the status, that a lot of people will look at it like that. But obviously he lacking some confidence if he's that sugar lotto.
But he's getting bitches. He had bitches before he met her. 21 Savage, man, he got probably like 100 bitches waiting in his hotel room every time he walk out. What you mean he's that confident? That's not a problem. It's here's the thing, right? A lot of men they don't want to be used. They don't like to be used. You get what I'm saying? Like they don't like to know it. And when you're rich and famous like that, all the girls that you're coming across, majority of them, all of them going to want your money, right? They don't really want you. They want your money and your status. So he met Lotto, who probably has her own money. So she doesn't want his money like that, but she wants more power and control over his body. You get what I'm saying? So basically what he's doing is he's complying to her demands and her expectations because he'd rather be in a relationship where a woman doesn't only want him for his money, but most wants him for his loyalty, than to deal with the chicks who are, I would say groupies, and all they want is money, and they don't give a fuck if he's loyal or not. So that's why he's rubbing up against that wall, because he knows that if him and Lotto doesn't work out, he's going to feel used and abused for the rest of his life.
Nah, you trying to? He was just a sucker.
No, he does.
Which Kardashian was he walking down the hall with?
I think that was Kendall.
Yeah, she got money. She probably got way more than Lotto.
No, but it was the perception, right? That he was, because he probably had arguments with Lotto in the past, and how rumors get started. So he's he's making a point to do that, rub against that wall, because he doesn't want his girl to even think that he wants to deal with another woman, because if she does, then she most likely will probably leave him or really, these women are very, they want their way, right?
But see, like when he made that video over explaining why he was looking like that, because Lotto kind of ghetto. She looked at that video like, oh, this guy's he's a pussy. She's like, I'm about to run game on him. So that's why I'm saying, like, nah, something's broken in him, man, where he felt the need to like explain that out. And he took that action. Because like I said, you could be professional and, have some distance between y'all. But like I said, he was up there looking like Spider-Man. I thought he was about to start climbing that motherfucker.
Yeah, because he's a gangster rapper, so it looked bad in front of his fans and shit. You know what I mean? They're like, nigga, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? But he's basically letting his fans know, I'm submitting to my woman.
Yeah, he definitely submitted. That's why I said Ronnie had a great comment, man. Yeah, 21, he need to put that dress on and just let her walk him around with a leash.
He's doing that.
There you go.
Because once again, right, these guys, it's not that many options for them. He doesn't have that many options. You get what I'm saying?
A lot of options.
No, not the options he want though. See, the options he got, they just want him for his money. You see what I'm saying? Lotto, she wants probably a lot more different things than other women want, because she already got money. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna stick with this. I'd rather give her loyalty than give her my money. You get what I'm saying? Because when you're rich, you gotta understand, every woman's gonna want what you got. So he's taking the lesser two evils. Did you get what I'm saying?
No, I get what you say, but you felt like he had to be a punk to that extreme, the lockdown Lotto, to get the loyalty.
Now, I'm not saying I would do that. You know what I mean?
I know you wouldn't. I'm just saying, you think he had to do all that to lock her down.
Obviously, he felt, because maybe some conversations they had in the past, right, that he needed to do that because he's probably had a few run-ins with her about this on some speculation shit. So he made sure that, you know what I mean, that she won't speculate. You get what I'm saying? So he was basically trying to avoid something that happened in the past already. That, yeah, even though you're right, me and you were like, fuck that, I'm what I'm with. I'm walking how I walk. I'm not, just because I'm walking next to her having a conversation don't mean I want to fuck her. But his girl, Lotto, is obviously very, right? She's very insecure. So if she either looked at him and saw him look like he was trying to get with her something, they would probably have problems. You know what I'm saying? Arguing and shit.
Yeah, but I think what he did almost probably was going to have a negative effect, because, man, I'll be like, if somebody did some stuff like that, I'll be like, all right, that looks guilty almost. Like that looked like when people over explain. Because like you said, we would have been just like, hey, man, nah, she came down the tunnel, man, I ain't studying all that dumb stuff. But the fact that he was like going all out the way, yeah, he almost made himself like a little too guilty, or So Lotto probably looking at that. That's why I said, man, she gonna look at that like, look at this.
She liked it. No, she liked it
at first, but then
and
she
a
gonna
whole
start
bunch of other women
analyzing
liked
it.
it.
She was like, man, I'm with a whole bitch. I'm telling you, man.
No. She liked it, and a whole bunch of other women liked it. They said they want their man to be like that.
It's going to back. I'm telling you.
See, let me tell you something. Women, they're addicted to money, power, and sex, right? They don't like men. They don't really fuck with us like that. But why they deal with us is because they like what? Sex. They're addicted to sex. And money as well as power. Now, what happens is when they get in relationships with guys, what do women want? They want that, okay, I'm going to be with you. I really don't want a relationship with you, but I will get in a relationship if you do what I say. You get what I'm saying?
Watch what's going to happen. Mark my words. Like probably by the end of this year or next year, it's going to be like Lotto and 21 Savage broke up. And she going to be like, yeah, he was emotional. She going to throw him right under the bus, man.
Yeah, women emotions change. You're right. I'm agreeing with you. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, right? I'm just telling you how men, because the more money you got, right, the more hard it is to find a woman who really like you for you.
No, I do agree. I understand their pull of women. That's definitely gonna be smaller.
Yeah,
but,
because
I've never seen that clip before. I didn't know my man was going out like that.
Yeah, you got to remember, these men out here, they're under the because they got all that money, they're lonely. They're lonely. And when they get a woman like Lotto, why you think Jay-Z married Beyonce? Right? Not because he was lacking in getting women, because he wanted something that he felt was more genuine.
Rich men want to be. I definitely understand.
Yeah, they want to be, even though you have all this money, you still don't want, a lot of these guys don't want a woman just to use them, you know what I mean? It's like a pride thing. It's like a pride thing. It's like, man, I want a woman to love me for my character, my swag, my personality, shit like that. And women like Lotto are taking advantage of niggas like 21 Savage. Oh, yeah, you desperate nigga? Okay, you think I like you for you, nigga? You better not touch another bitch. You better not even look at another bitch. Women are even saying, sophisticated jerk, if a nigga like another bitch picture, that's cheating.
Yeah, I don't think you should be liking other chicks' pictures, man. I'm not gonna say it's like cheating, but I don't think you should be doing all that.
But I'm just saying that's saying cheating. The women say,
yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah.
It don't matter. You have no option. If your woman see you like another bitch picture and she say you cheating, you gonna say I wasn't. She gonna say you is. You know what I'm saying? Women are dictating, and Lotto will leave 21 Savage way faster than him leave her.
Oh, I definitely agree. Yeah, she definitely running shit based on that clip. Yeah, she definitely got him in. Did she tell him like he had to operate like that? What was her? Did she have any comments based on like what he did? You said she liked it.
Yeah, she said, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to find it." She said to the windows, to the wall. Yeah, she said, "Keep it up, nigga. Keep up the good work." I'm gonna get the video for you right now. I got to look at. I'm gonna show you this Lotto crazy. She crazy as a. Hey, I would not. I would hit it. She a bad bitch, but I wouldn't relationship her.
21 was my son. Yeah, I would have called as soon as I seen that. Like, I need you to come see me now.
Yeah, she. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found it. Let me. I found it. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Okay, let me go here. I'm going to show you how vicious this woman is. This woman is. Hey, she ain't no joke. She got this nigga under a leash. But like you said, I think in the future that you will see men be under them leashes. Here we go right here.
Yes. Yeah, very jealous. I don't play that shit.
True.
I don't like being in a room or being near, being friends, being in the same area, whatever, within 2 feet of anybody my man fucked before me, liked a picture before me, DM, text, call, looked at before me.
True.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, she's.
Yes. Yeah, very jealous. I don't play.
See that?
Yeah.
So she told
Nah.
obviously.
Yeah, she laid down the
She
law
obviously
because
told him.
she was speaking with authority in that clip. Yeah. So my man
Yeah,
folded.
ain't no doubt.
My man folded. He knew coming out that tunnel. He's like, oh shit. He's like, it's one of the Kardashians. Let me hug this wall. Yeah, my man went to. He knew protocol. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Oh
man, my man's a
shit.
certified sucker, man.
Hey,
Damn.
hey, telling you. You see how she? You know she look. This him right here. Hey, that's 21 Savage right there, boy. He hugging that wall.
That's funny.
Because he didn't want to.
Yeah,
have
I think I'll take. You know, I'm cheap, ruthless. I'll get a broke chick before I deal with something like that.
You have to.
Because I'd rather be used in that case than be getting punked like that.
Once again, it depends on. You gotta look at. See, you're a high earner, right? So number one is, let's just say, and let's create a hypothetical position, right? Let's just say you were single tomorrow. Your level of woman that your wife is a certain level of woman that you like, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So you're not going to want to go below that. You're not going to want to settle for anything below the level. If you're single tomorrow, you're going to want a level that your wife is on. So that means you're going to be dating chicks on her level because your wife's a high earner too, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So therefore, because you know why you're going to want to do that? Because sophisticated drug, you already stated, you don't want to be used, correct?
No, I get you with that. Yeah, nobody wants to be used unless you on some weirdo shit.
Right. So therefore, the women that you want, they're going to be like either on, because you're high earner, so you're making up there. So you're going to be dealing with people like Sarah Fatnot, right? Them type of women. Now, these new women, once again, right, they're going to, because you're not putting, I don't know what kind of car you drive. You got a Honda or a Toyota?
Nah, I got regular, nothing fancy. But see, I ain't targeting no Sarah, though, man. I'll drop it. Look, I'm cool with a 5, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm cool with average.
A Toyota?
Huh?
Are you driving a Toyota? Are you driving a Toyota?
No.
I can't hear you.
Hold on, let me check. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I don't drive a Toyota. But it's like I said, it's not I don't drive luxury.
Do you drive a Cadillac?
No, nothing like that. My car ain't fancy, man. This is a regular car. I ain't gonna put the model
Like
and
a
stuff
truck.
out there, but huh?
You got a truck. You drive a truck.
Nah, just a regular car. Cause I live up here in the DMV area, so I hop on the train, man, to go to work.
Okay, once again, right? Do you have a? So I would say then you should a regular car. What do you mean regular car? So you got a Chevy Malibu or something?
No, nothing, man. Just move on with your point.
My point is, you seem to be the kind of guy who doesn't like to show off your earnings, right?
Yeah, I'm not super flashy because I do a lot of investing. So I mean, I don't need the fancy car. I'd rather put that in my stock account and shit.
Right. Okay. So that means you most likely will have to date a woman. You can't date Sarah. She's not gonna give you time of day. So you have to deal with probably someone at your work, maybe a girl you've known at your work or something, right? That's will be your market.
Yeah, I would say like in the professional areas. Yeah, that's where.
Yeah. And that's what you'll be dating. Now, you will have to take a different road. It won't be no 50-50, I guarantee you right now. And unless you're dating a woman that's 60 years old, you're not going to do it. You're going to be 60. Yeah. You're not going to do. So you're going to definitely, the 50-50 life will be over.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even see, I wouldn't get married again, honestly, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
Because, I'm already past that growth phase and, I got a lot of assets and stuff. So it's like, I ain't going down that path. So.
Right.
Somebody was asking me this. They was like, man, would you ever get married again? I was like, man, she would have to have more money than me. I ain't taking that risk. I got too much money now.
Did your wife?
Me and my wife, we grew with each other, so that's different. I don't mind taking no hit if I grew with somebody, but yeah, at this point, hell no. Nah.
Did you get your wife? Did your wife get you something on Valentine's Day?
Nah, we ain't get each other nothing. We just hung out, man. We ordered some food and chilled at the house.
Oh, so you saying that your wife didn't get you nothing for Valentine's Day?
Nah, we don't do the little holidays stuff like that. Was she supposed to give me a gift, man? She was supposed to give me some chocolates and some flowers.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just asking. Just asking for confirmation.
Nah, we just hung out, man. We got us some wine and shit. Ordered some food because it was like crazy out here, man. There was a lot of people out, so we kicked it at the crib.
You bitches is funny on here talking about why y'all didn't get your guy nothing for Valentine's Day? Why you didn't get your guy nothing for Valentine's Day? Like, I'm not buying a man shit on Valentine's Day. Like, my man, no. Valentine's Day is for me. Sweetest Day is for him. Like, I'm not buying a man love. Why would you buy a man something on Valentine's Day? It's literally created for girls.
I know a follower and a dumb bitch when I see one.
So you think Valentine's Day is just created for women only?
Nah. I think it's one of them overrated days, man. That's like I said, we chilled at the house. We was like, man, we gonna get some food and we gonna chill.
Okay, that's fair. But because the reason why I say that is that I don't think she would ever get you nothing for Valentine's Day anyway, right? But most men don't get Valentine's gifts, right? Because women don't care to cater to men. And I believe like a lot of women, they don't think men deserve even, and I understand your position, as, well, I don't really want none of that. I don't really care about that. And me as a man, I don't either, right?
Yeah.
But it sure would be nice, right? Right? It would be something, if my woman was to go above and beyond on Valentine's Day for me, it would mean something just by the effort of doing that, right? It would just, to me, it would be something that I can look at and be proud to say, damn, my woman did that? Even though I didn't expect it, right? Because my birthday, we expect to do stuff on that day, you know what I mean? That goes without saying. But she just did it on GP. Oh yeah, I will feel that woman really cares about my well-being.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think more females though shouldn't be trying to make it all about themselves, man, or keep it simple. That's where I think the issue come, where it's like all these made up holidays starting to pop up. Then it's just it lead to more spending and stuff. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, this is why I'm saying the name of my show is "Love Don't Live Here Anymore," because women don't care to really please us. They don't care to cater to us.
Yeah, but I think a lot of guys are starting to pivot though, man. Because I was looking at some articles and stuff, and they talk about, man, a lot of women are now like, look, guys ain't pulling up. They ain't coming to none of these events. So I think men are like, yo, this costs too much now. I'm tapping out. So they starting to get the message a little bit.
No, I don't think that's it. It's just that what's happening is men are not getting it. I want some appreciation, right? And the women aren't doing it, so they're like, "Fuck that! We're not even going to go or participate." Because one thing about men, we're kind of delusional, right? Because we say we want to find a woman we would take care of, but men don't like to feel like women are using them. And because women are being very forward in their demands right now, like, oh, I want 6 figures, I want to pay my bills, do this for me, do that for me. A lot of men are saying, you know what? I have to back up a little bit. This is too much for me. But the fact of the matter is, sophisticated, if you're going to be married or in a relationship, you're most likely going to have to take care of that woman. Now, 50-50, high earner is very rare in 2026, where they're literally splitting everything down the middle. It's very rare. I think you're a couple, you're 1 out of 100 million.
But I think more women would be open to doing it, man, if guys approached it from like a logical or competent type of way. Like you came up to him and just say like a girl had like a $2,000 mortgage or place and was like, look, man, if we both merge with each other, look, we're both going to save $1,000 a month. So if we both take that like $1,000, if we invest that in just a basic ETF with some good dividends, it's like, man, you know how much our money's going to grow over like 10-year period? Just off a flat rate, that would be what, 12,000 times 120,000. But I mean, you compound it. And see, I think if you come to them, you show them numbers and shit, they gonna be like, damn, I ain't know nobody ever spoke like this. How you know how to see? And that's why I think them layers that if guys got understanding to approach women like that, like, look, man, I don't be out here just spending money because I'm trying to go to next places. So like I said, a lot of guys, man, that I seen, man, and I got a lot of friends like that, man, they scared to have them type of conversations or break it down like that. And, of course, what people are just thinking on that surface level, yeah, they want you to pay them bills, but this stuff ain't working out, man. You see most people, man, they crashing out, they losing all their money. All them people up this way that like lost their jobs and stuff because they ain't never built up no savings. So it's just showing like the methodology that everybody ain't working. Nobody's really getting, ahead or getting out the middle class because of these bad habits. So like a guy that's letting the female lead him into that disaster, that's what I'm saying. That's the issue. That's why I'm like, hell nah, we gonna work together. Or I'm just gonna be by myself and stack bread anyways.
And this is the part, you said it, you kind of said it. You said a man that lets a female, that won't let a female lead him, right?
No, I said
he's gonna have to be, most of these guys are gonna have to be single. Most of these guys will have to be single. Yeah,
I mean, you're still gonna have female interactions because they're not gonna stop fucking. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, if you think about it, it's not a no-lose situation, really, if you thought about it the right way. Yeah, look, I ain't coming off this market unless I find the right one that's on my program. Other than that, I will be alone. I'll be all right.
Right, and this is, thank you, and this is in 2026, right? When was you married? What, 98, 2000?
No, 2005.
Okay, 2005. That's almost 20-something years, right?
Yeah, but I mean, we was together for, like I said, 5 years before that. So I just merged all that shit together, man. I ain't got time to be breaking it apart.
So that's almost 26 years, right?
Yeah, that's a long time, man.
26 years since you've been knowing her.
Yeah.
Involved in a great, and this is why I'm trying to get to you, right? Because when you're speaking in the dinosaur age, right? This doesn't exist anymore. I'm serious. 26 years, women have evolved to a whole nother animal. Right?
No, but I think because I get what you're saying, Ruthless. But I got a son that's like in his 20s, and man, he got chicks dropping off food for him. You know, I even had to tell him to cut, because one time one of these girls, she like baked him this like dessert, and he was being like a dick about it. He was like, "Man, this ain't as good as the last one she made," and he was being all critical. I was like, "Man, you need to calm down with that shit." So but my whole point is like, he be having them like treating them good, man, because he could, he was kind of embedded with that mindset. And even my wife was like, "Hey, man, like a female should be doing for you also." So, I think some of the younger guys, I think they're getting it.
Is he married? Is he married them yet?
Nah. He's finishing his he going down the nursing path, so he finishes that in like a year. He was like, until he gets himself like situated. Until he gets in his career fields, he's like, he's like, I'm
right, because
gonna hit his peak. What's that?
You know why? You know why he has to wait?
He ain't gotta wait.
Because he knows if he gets in a serious relationship, it's going to cost him money.
Oh yeah, definitely some of that stuff. Because I mean, I be telling him, I be like, you better get that chick that got some money, man. You better go get you one of them doctors in one of them hospitals. Level up. So that's what I'm like, get one that getting some money. One of them nurse practitioners, nurse anesthesiast. So now I be guiding him in the right direction. I told him if he bring home a broke chick, I was like, you bring home a broke chick, you out the will. He was like, "You for real? Okay. You write me out?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "We done at that point. You bring a broke chick home, man. We done."
But you see, and you're going to put him in a bad position.
Hell nah, he gonna win. Watch.
Put him in I'm gonna show you. Let me play this video, then we're gonna go into it more.
But hey, I gotta roll out soon, man.
All right.
Women just tell on themselves, man.
How I train men to act the way that I want with literally saying nothing. The only time I respond via text message, to a call, to anything is when he does something or says something that I like or benefit me. That I want. This is so only give attention, just like my dog. Only give him attention is doing it. So when he does things I don't like, I don't give him attention. I don't even give him attention. Only give him your attention when they're doing things you like or doing money. Okay? This will get you everything. Love you.
She is literally just doing.
So these are the type of women out here, right? That your son is going to be there. That she might bring him food because he's providing something for her, maybe sexually. Psychologically, I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's going to come. It's going to come with a price. Believe that.
I think, man, if you know how to look, man, and you put yourself in the right areas, because I get what people are saying, man. But like I said, I think if you date proximity, like some of the girls with him that would be in his career field, that acts a certain way and carries himself a certain way, he'll be straight. It ain't no 100% guarantee, but the probability would be a lot better. But on the flip side too, I tell him, I'm like, hey man, like you getting the education thing down, but you can't be no square either. You gotta, keep yourself together in the gym and all that. So I tell him where he needs to build himself also to give him the best results. So I'm like, I tell him, I'm straight up. I'm like, look, if you don't put all these pieces together, and you fall, like we were talking about earlier, man, you fall in that pool, man, yeah, you gonna, good luck. So he be hearing this. I be sending him a lot of your videos, your breakdowns and stuff. He be listening to you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, no, I be sending it to him and his friends, because you got a lot of solid points, man.
Yeah, I be giving the young man game because I'm trying to show him. If you get into a relationship with these women,
When you get monetized, I'm gonna make them send you a super chat, man. We gonna load you up. You be showing everybody love, man.
All right, Jerk, I'll let you head out. Thank you for coming to the show.
Oh, no doubt, man. I wanted to come chop it up with you, man. Shout out to your chat, man. Ronnie, college football, Shiesty Bum, and OG that pulled up. But yeah, Ruthless, man. I'll try to jump back on later this week also, man.
All right. Have a good day, sir.
Hey, you too, man. All right.
Thank y'all for coming. But as you know, love don't live here. These women are saying love here don't live here anymore. Right? They care less about your character. If you ain't been able to serve them and worship the ground they walk on, they're not going to be with you. So, just prepare yourselves for the worst. Thank you for coming. Hit the like button on your way out the door. Subscribe if you're new. Rufus is out.